I can swim. Just can't walk or dress myself. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Salute, and welcome. Welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now swimming deep in with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. What's going on, family? What's going on? Oh, we got to talk about it. We got to ask the question and answer the question tonight over here with the Democrats. Boy, I'm laughing just to get it out because I know y'all tripping on the title, but we got to ask the question. Will the Democrats survive the Trumpacalypse? Oh, man, we going to climb the hill out their ass tonight. And we're going to analyze several different things over here, not only just about the Democrats, but about the Orange Man's administration and all of his antics. Listen, a lot of us told you all over here in New Black Media Spaces that once the Orange Man got in there was not going to be a dull moment in his presidency. And in the first 30 days, he hadn't even made a full 30 yet. Man, he has hit the ground running, and these Democrats are sick. Oh, the shield billies are hurt. Oh, I know they calling me everything except for a child of God tonight. But it is what it is. It is what it is. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me loud and clear? We made some adjustments and changes over here. Got new equipment, this, that, the third. So I need to see a black fist or a black thumbs up in the chat room if you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know if you can hear this Southern barbecue accent loud and clear, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to my good brother, Black Truth United, for the Cash App. If there's any problems, we will get things adjusted. Hopefully, Puke 2 will play nice because, yeah, we finna get down with it tonight. You know, this is the place in the Black Ocean. We turn all sacred cows into hamburgers. So I'm going to give my disclaimer that I usually give for when I'm breaking down these game goofy celebrities with all their coonery and buffoonery. If you are a Democrat shield Billy, yeah, I'm going to hurt your feelings tonight because I'm going to hurt your feelings with some facts. That's what I like to do. See, what I like to do, how many of y'all watch The Walking Dead? How many of y'all familiar with The Walking Dead series? Y'all remember that series? Well, you can kind of consider your brother Shark kind of like Negan with the facts, okay? I take them facts and I wrap them around a steel bat. I don't want to use the wood bat. I need the steel bat. I take the facts and I wrap them around the steel bat. I get to whacking with it, okay? You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, we got to whack you with these facts. You need them, okay? Facts are good, ladies and gentlemen. It's just like vegetables on your plate, all right? Got to have the facts. So now that you all know what just the broadcast is going to be tonight, or you can tell I'm in a good mood. I hope all of you are in a good mood, by the way. How y'all doing in the chat room? Y'all good? Let me greet my esteemed guests that I see in here. Let me make sure I go up where I can see y'all. You know that I do pay attention to my chat room, unlike a lot of people. I see the good sister Devin Haley in here. I see Stolen Ancestors 1526. Tanisha Murdoch is in the building. Only Pamela's Way. What's going on, sister? I see Diesel Mike on the highways and byways. I see you, my good brother. Let's see. I see Doc B1 in the building. Sister Stuns in. What's going on, sister? Dr. Chanel Phillips in the house. Bruce is in here. What's up, good brother? Emma Johnson, I see you. Let's see, Derek Parker's in the building. Anthony, I see you. Going on. Shout out to DC. Let's see, who else do I see in here? My good brother, Dad Miller TV. Brother, I got to get you over into a couple of the X Spaces we're going to have coming up. Gonna have one coming up Friday night, Fat Business. This is going to be a very interesting topic, but I'll talk more about that in just a couple of seconds. I see Daryl L. Subtle in here. What's going on, brother? I recognize you from X. Let's see. Who else do I see? Netta J. What's up, sister? Long time no see. Creative World Films is in the house. Let's see here. I think that's everybody, okay? So salute and welcome to all of you that are here and anybody be joining us in attendance here tonight. All right, so briefly about the X space that I'm going to hold. A lot of y'all know that my X account has been jumping, okay? Because, you know, I've been seeing certain things. I'm like, yeah, somebody got to talk about this. I'm going to be covering some of that over here on the channel, but we're going to be holding some X spaces on some of these topics as well, because in case you've been under a rock, okay, Elon Musk, a.k.a. the Muskrat, that's what I call him, all right? Big, overgrown, billionaire buffoon, all right? Richest man in the world, but we keep trying to tell a lot of y'all, these brothers do that. Just because somebody has a lot of money, that does not mean that they're actually mature and competent, okay? Any intelligence that he has is, you know, his staff and the people that work for him is responsible for it. as Professor Black Truth calls him, Phony Stark. Okay, shout out to Professor Black Truth, but he just had his 13th kid, according to the media, what have you. Okay, so his baby mama, some little game goofy 26-year-old, supposed to be conservative chick, and boy, the right wing is coming at her. Boy, they all up in a frenzy. Oh man, they calling her everything but a child of God. I mean, it's been hilarious watching it, but where my concern is, what I'm going to be discussing Friday night, I saw a couple things that's kind of like, oh no, why are they doing this? First of all, let's be clear. It's not all. It's not all. It's not all. I'm not speaking in absolutes, but I saw some of our sisters online talking about, basically it's like what I see, they're trying to compete with the alabasters, and that's what I call them, with the alabasters, talking about, well, would y'all congratulate me if it were me? And I'm like, dumbass. One chick actually had the nerve to post a tweet talking about, I'm old, I'm pregnant, and I'm not married. Are y'all gonna congratulate me? Now, this is a sister. Let me talk to you sisters for a minute, because I know most of you over here, if you come to this channel, you got some damn sense. But for any sister that'll catch this on the playback, or you come over here and you fit this description, hit dollars will holler, it is what it is. Let me tell you something. Leave the damn degeneracy to them folks. Let them be the motherfuckers creating the broken homes. That ain't no shit to be celebrating. So what the fuck you trying to compete with a bitch that had a kid by a game goofy billionaire? And see, I'm gonna break that shit down Friday night. Oh boy, I wish I had time to go into tonight, but I'm gonna break a lot of that down this Friday night. We're gonna get some things straightened out, but mainly though, our women are supposed to be better than that. See, when I look at our community, I'm talking about as a whole, the men and the women, I expect us to be better than that. Let them have all the degenerate shit that fuck up their communities and families and society. As long as, hey, look, I don't care what happened to them. I don't, okay? I know a lot of people are like, how could you say that? I mean every fucking word that I said. I don't give a damn what happened to the Alabama society. I care about what happened to our community. So I'm sick of seeing some of our women look at what white women do and then start trying to compare it. I mean, it would be one thing if it was something worthy to compare yourself to. You shouldn't be comparing yourself to them. No way. You're above them, in my opinion. But when I see you comparing yourselves to them for their degeneracy, I'm like, did you stop to even think about what you said? Huh? Anyway, family, just know we're gonna be cooking with fish grease. I'm gonna straighten that bullshit out because I'm tired of it. A lot of these dudes, when they see that type of bullshit, I'm gonna tell you something before we get started here tonight. In case you don't know, I'm an old school Gen Xer, okay? Old school Gen Xer. It's a lot about society today that most of us, with our sense, we just ain't going, okay? And I remember a time, when our women had some sense. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not speaking in absolutes, but that would be unheard of at a time our sisters trying to compete with them for attention because they getting attention for some stupid shit. You better than that. Stop to think anytime, if in case this do apply to anybody in here, stop to think, what am I comparing myself to her for? She's trying to be like you. And then if you are going to compare yourself, make sure it's not for no degenerate shit. I'm going to make a lot of enemies because, see, a lot of these dudes, man, they'll see that kind of stuff and they try to pussyfoot around about it. But just know I'm going to piss some people off this Friday night. So be looking out for that egg space. I'll probably put the title up over on Patreon, so you all will see it first. And then I'll make it available a little bit later on X. So just be looking out for that. It's coming. Anyway, I digress. We're going to go ahead and play our sponsor for tonight because, hey, since I'm in a good mood, and I hope all of you in a good mood, because we are finally getting our country, yes, the country that our ancestors built, back on the right track somewhat, okay? And all we got to do is stay on code and hold it in the road. Go ahead and play this sponsor, then we're going to get to cooking.
Because I'm saying, you think I'm just in Mexico and I'm defending America. Because are you Mexican? Do you know where Mexico is? No, this ain't Mexico. It used to be Mexico, motherfucker, and now it's Phoenix, goddammit. nigga. I bet you don't leave here and go to Mexico, motherfucker. Go get you some chicken speech. I'll put you cabrón. No, nigga, do you know where you at, nigga? USA! 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 I don't give a fuck! No, motherfuckers think they can live in this country and then still be allegiance to another fucking country. If you love another country more than you love America, motherfucker, then get to step into that bitch. Mexican American homies, Viva la Revolution! Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what's so country, bitch. You ain't did shit, nigga. Fuck, we were slaves, bitch. Y'all just work like that at the landscapers, motherfucker.
Yeah. Hey, man, shout out to our brother Cat Williams, man. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Because a lot of these disrespectful illegal aliens ain't no such thing as undocumented, all that other cute goofball language. They've come over here and they've been so disrespectful to our country, and particularly foundational Black American freedmen. How you gonna come over here and be swinging another country's flag, but you claim you want to be up here in America so much? See, really, whether you like the orange man or not, he correcting some things that should have been straightened out a long time ago. Because if you look at that senile son of a bitch, goofball Jim Crow Joe Biden, he's the one responsible for flooding the country with all of them. Now, I know a lot of people will. It's been illegal immigration, yes, but not in the numbers that he had them 4 years. Not gonna even play like that, okay? So if y'all saw my latest YouTube short, you know I'm always trying to find something funny to put up for you all to kind of balance out the channels, since we discuss a lot of serious subject matter over here. But that latest YouTube short, if you hadn't seen it yet, that fit the description. So when you get a chance, go check that out. So I would be remiss if I didn't mention this briefly here before we get started cooking tonight. Shout out to our good brother Kendrick Lamar, and also salute to the good brother A$AP Rocky. I saw that he's been acquitted. All charges dropped, as they should be, and I hope the young brother can, keep his path straight from here on out. Let me say something about that before I mention brother Kendrick. Let me talk to my young black man for a second, all right? Whether you on the come up or you up there on A$AP Rocky level, let me give you some game that's going to go well with y'all days of your life. Once you hit a certain age and a certain tax bracket, okay? Or definitely even before you get to a certain tax bracket, you on your way up. This will work for that too. You got to learn when to cut certain people off. You got to learn that when you become a grown man, especially you got a family, hey man, it's time off all that hanging out. If you ain't with people and it's for something constructive, y'all going to get some money, y'all trying to set up some business deals, or if you're gonna be in good fellowship, hey, you know it's people that you can deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's not trying to do anything goofy because they got something to lose like you. You got to cut them people off, man. You got to cut them off. See, that's something that, you know, unfortunately, a lot of our brothers, they suffer from, man. They suffer from not knowing when to cut off I'm going to kick it like I was in high school, college mindset. Hey, man, if you don't learn when to cut that shit out, I'm not saying don't ever hang out or go out. What I'm saying is pick your company wisely so you don't ever have to be caught up in no goofy shit like that, man. Because, I mean, that could have went a whole different way. I think the young brother was looking at 24 years that he got convicted. I mean, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Can you avoid every single thing? No, but you can avoid most of these situations. Unfortunately, a lot of these entertainers, they just keep finding themselves and stuff over and over and over again. I'm like, listen, man, you got enough paper to isolate yourself from the goofy shit. Oftentimes, if you look at a lot of that stuff they get into, it's because they're around things they shouldn't be, man. You know what I'm saying? So elevate your lifestyle. That's all I'm saying, man. You can kind of mitigate some of that stupidity and being around the wrong folks if you just learn to do that. I think a lot of them, they think they're missing something, so they have to kind of get back out there like, no, man, no, you live in a different lifestyle. If it's new to you, you uncomfortable, start traveling, start going places, elevate your experiences in life, man, okay? Certain people, man, everybody can't go. Because, see, you got to think about it. If you're one of the most successful people around and they don't have what you have, and the longer you come around them, they're going to start to resent. They'll be like, that should be me. I should have what he had. They ain't willing to put in a tenth of the work, get what you got. So they figure, oh, I'll just take it from you. So just keep that in mind. Now, back to our good brother Kendrick Lamar, okay? Listen, man, outstanding Super Bowl performance, all right? I know it's long past. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, are no longer talking about it, but I'm going to mention it here tonight because the brother should be giving his flowers. Let me say this to all the goofball motherfuckers that's hating on this man performance, talking about his jeans, his women's jeans, all that. You know you're reaching now. You got to start critiquing his wardrobe. Let me tell you something. That performance was on time. The only people that really have a problem with what the brother Kendrick did at the Super Bowl are the low information, low vibrational, hot Cheetos demographic of Black America. Let me talk to you bastards for a minute and bastresses, okay? We're going to get both of you, bastards and bastresses. That's right. Bastress is the feminine form of bastard. That's what we're going to use over here tonight. Let me talk to y'all for a minute. And I know what I'm saying, even though I'm going to say it in plain English, it's still not going to resonate because most of them, they're not as smart as a box of rocks. Anything that required them to use their mind and just put entertainment down for a second or even blend in something educational with entertainment, they don't want it. And see, the people that do that, the people that applies to, these are the people that basically want to live in a state of perpetual arrested development, like big overgrown children. White supremacy loves you stupid motherfuckers. And I'm not saying ignorant, because ignorant is when you don't know something. Anybody can be ignorant. Any one of us can be ignorant of something. What stupidity is, stupidity is when you either have the information or you know it, and you still choose to conduct yourself in an ignorant fashion. Now you graduated to full-blown stupidity. That's right, stupid. That's right. You motherfuckers, man, are the trash can of Black society. Don't you understand that with Kendrick's performance, it's a microcosm of what we should be doing on a macro level? Why do you think the white supremacists never wanted our people to learn how to read on them plantations? Why do you think that anytime we would gather together in groups of 2 or 3 or more, had to always supervise what we were doing? Don't you understand that the most powerful weapon against white supremacy next to economics, and I posit to you it's even more powerful than economics, because you got to have this together before you get to the economics, is a group of Black people on code, functioning with intelligent minds in the same place at the same time, even if we're not physically where each other are. Across the nation, everybody that got their performance was on code and they got the message, huh? across generations. Who knows what they may inspire some of the young people to do? See, that's another thing you got to think back to when you see performances like Kendrick Lamar, which come once in a lifetime, but anything that inspires you. Everybody in this chat room, I guarantee you, everybody, if not most of you, before you went on to do whatever chosen profession or whatever accomplishment all of you have, I guarantee you at some point you saw someone that was older than you that inspired you to do it. Another black person, more than likely. Okay. The imagination, the mind, everything in human existence that we see now was manifested from a thought first. When you take care of your mind, when you inspire your mind to elevate beyond just entertainment all the time, that's where you become a person that does great things. Now, for the hot Cheetos demographic that's got so much to say about his performance, those are the people that have given up on using their mind at all. That's just the only way to say it. They've given up on using their mind to do anything constructive at all. And then the reason why they try to discourage anything productive that you see that does encourage people to use their mind is, hey, misery love company. Because they know that, okay, if the black people that are inspired by whatever it may be, I don't care if it's Kendrick, anything, to start building and solving the problems ourselves and our community, now that make your ass look like you ain't worth two dead flies. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, family? I know most of my audience get it, but I'm putting this out here in the ether because it needs to be said. So shout out to our good brother Kendrick Lamar. You represent the West Coast and Black America well. Salute to that young brother. I really hope that he gets a chance to go to my good brother Tariq Nasheed's Hidden History Museum, because to be honest with you, that place right there, it would serve as an educational lynch point or a linchpin for a lot of the younger talent in his age range to come through there and maybe learn some things they didn't know. Who knows what that could spark others in his generation to learn, because it seems like Brother Kendrick, to me, he's learning some new things that he probably didn't know before, or he had knowledge of and it's been expanded. Who knows what that's a part of? A lot of people suspect he's probably listening to the black grassroots. He probably is. I would not be surprised. You never know who he may know that's connected to our movement or what have you. So it's resonating. And see, last but not least, let me address the mayonnaise community. Oh, mayonnaise community. Let me talk to y'all. A lot of them were so pissed off because it was all black performers, as you see up there. And as you see with the imagery, they formed the American flag. Now, aren't you mayonnaise bastards always talking about how American everybody is? Oh, we all just Americans. We don't see color. Okay. You saw color at this damn Super Bowl. Think about it. Oh, it's funny. I got to clown them because they always talking about how much color they don't see. But soon as something is all black, oh, you see color then? Them niggers. Oh, you seen it then, huh? Let me tell you something. You too are what's wrong with America. You are the shit stain on the underwear of America, to be honest with you. Because if you would stop, you could pull yourself out your little alabaster asshole for a minute and stop to think, damn, how often have black people had to see all white everything for decades and decades and decades on end? And as soon as you see one performance full of all black people, and see the funniest thing, and shout out to her, I'm trying to remember which sisters I seen, because it was a couple sisters, so I shouldn't call names unless I can remember all of them that said it. But I'll say this. A couple of the sisters on X. Boy, I have a solid crowd of sisters that I follow over there and that follow me. I saw one of them post, they said that, hey, listen, I thought y'all didn't want DEI, no DEI anymore. Now you crying about it? I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. Oh my God, that is so funny. Man, shout out to the sisters that's been on them folks' necks. Oh man, keep your feet on their necks, man, because they deserve it. Alabaster crying motherfuckers, man. Keep on crying, because this is just the beginning of the black renaissance of greatness in America. It's just the beginning. You ain't seen nothing yet. So with that said, family, we're going to go ahead and get started analyzing some things that's got the shillbillies in the Democrat Party crying. Oh my God, they are so upset. Family, before we get started, I need to ask a question. Do you think we need to pass out some complimentary pacifiers for the shillbillies? Okay, because they're quite upset, okay? They're stomping and jumping up and down, and you're going to see just how deranged they are in just a couple of seconds here tonight. I'm going to show y'all some stuff tonight, man, that you're going to be like, this can't be real. But you clearly going to see it is, because you know me. When I make a case for something, I don't bullshit. I don't fake the funk on them. I show you the facts and you can go verify them. But we're going to get started. I want y'all to listen to something that the Orange Man said here. And listen, it ain't about like him, don't like him. I will find it hard pressed to disagree with what he's about to say here. I want y'all to check this out.
After years of building up other countries, we are finally building up our country, standing up for our workers and fighting for our forgotten communities. The first and highest duty of government is to take care of its own citizens. African Americans built this nation through generations of blood, sweat, and tears. And you, like all of our citizens, are entitled to a government that puts your needs, your interests, and your families first.
Yeah. Oh, boy, the Shillbillies are mad, especially the Tether Shillbillies. The Tether Shillbillies and the Mayonnaise Mutants hated that, but let's address them very quickly before we talk about the picture that you see on your screen here, because we got to cover several things. To you Tethers, how you going to come to our country and be angry when our leadership here, our president, acknowledges what's true? See, this goes to show you something, Tethers. Have you ever stopped to think that you can't make any progress in your homelands because you never embrace the truth? All you do is run from the truth. The truth shall set you free. Okay? But y'all are never going to be free because you can't accept the truth. And there's nothing that can be built unless you start on a foundation of truth. Okay? And the foundation of truth is that foundational Black Americans. Now, don't worry, we're going to work on him, getting him to acknowledge that term. We are hard at work. I say that not just to be saying it. I don't speak in hyperbole. There's many of us working on getting that in his lexicon. And we're making some progress, too. We got some things to announce, but we'll talk about that at the proper time. Just know we're working. All right? So listen, when it comes to acknowledging that fact, we got to make sure that he's using that term because, listen. That would just send him over the edge. If he goes from, because I've heard him start the transition between African American, Black Americans, but man, if he ever, look, even if he doesn't say foundational Black American, freedmen, foundational Black American freedmen would be great. But even if it just said freedmen, okay, now that's specifically addressing our lineage, okay? Specifically. So don't worry, tell us that's coming. You're going to really be mad. Then now to you male mutants that's angry about the truth. That's your problem as well. America has been held stagnant because you keep trying to hide the truth. Don't you want to see what this country could really be if y'all just drop the bullshit and quit trying to hide the truth and work together with people and drop the anti-Black racism? This country could be 10, 20 times better than it is. If you're going to say make America great again, America can't be great without Black Americans, okay? It just ain't going. All right? So that's something for you to think about. But now, as you all know, these Senate confirmation hearings passed on a number of different positions, and this is one that I kept my eye on. Robert F. Kennedy here, he got the Secretary of Health and Human Services. I'm like, that is a good one for America. If he holds the course to what he's been talking about over the years, that is going to be great for the overall health and nutrition of this country. We needed that to happen. We needed that to happen. We needed that to happen. So that's one of his picks I'm happy about. Okay. And I'm going to have some critique for the Orange Man as well here later on in the broadcast. So are we going to watch him and see if he starts to get rid of some of this fucking poison out of this damn trash ass food so that we could be healthier people? Because, unless you growing your own food or going to the farmer's market, getting fresh produce, things of that nature, you going to these grocery stores, you getting trash, man, for the most part, unless you really know how to shop, all right? So I'm so glad that he picked him for that position, and I really hope that he holds up to his convictions that he's had over the years regarding a lot of things about nutrition and health, okay? So now, we got to get into the madness, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready for the madness? I want y'all to check out these deranged, demonically psychotic Democrat shillbillies that I'm about to show you. I'm going to let a good portion of this run before I interject and just start to break some of this stuff down, because when you see this, man, let me say this before I play it. Even if you was a hardcore Democrat, okay, you can't help but admit that what I'm about to show you, you got to be glad that President Trump is reining back some of this demonically insane foolishness for the sake of our children. If you love children, you can't be against him clamping down on some of this foolishness I'm about to show you. I want y'all to check this out. I'm going to let this play a little while, then I'm going to interject to give some commentary.
I need the city to protect me because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am.
Can you wrap up, please?
Yes, I can. If you say that you're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people, you better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
I'm shaking right now. I don't want to be here.
Up, please?
I'm sorry, am I taking too long pleading for my life?
You remembered how many children I have and that 2 of them are trans.
I speak as both the B and the T in the LGBT.
I'm multiply disabled. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder that causes me immense physical pain. I'm on the autism spectrum. And I have narcolepsy, and I couldn't drive myself here, so I had to hide from my driver that I was in drag, which is not an easy thing to do in drag.
I do not want to be here. It's my day off. I do not want to be in your DMs. I do not want to be in your email inboxes. I do not want my creativity writing diss tracks like Kendrick. I don't want to spend an hour applying glitter on my face so that you will hear and see me. I want you to listen to me.
Yeah. All right, family. So I gotta interject. I know a lot of you are like, GBS, this is beyond insane. And you're right. These are the lunatics that Democrat Party has been papering up and giving all types of protections, the protections that our ancestors fought for in civil rights. They're giving them all our protections over choices. Damn right, I said it. Choices that they've made. Bunch of fucking weirdos. Let me go ahead and say this now. If you're a grown adult, you can do whatever you want to do with your life. As long as you're doing with another consenting grown adult. Okay? No problem there. I don't care what you do. Okay? But now, when you start targeting children by coming to school dressed in drag and reading to them about all types of explicit sexual stuff, that should have told a lot of people in this country, and I'm talking to you too, white America, that should have told a lot of American citizens in this country that something needs to be done drastic. See, let's talk about it. They ran storming up to the Capitol for January 6th, but they should have been doing that the first time they saw that these people was trying to put this degeneracy in these schools for these children. Now, there's something for you to get upset and be at arms about. We need to see that. But see, now that the orange man is starting to roll back some of this foolishness with all this hundreds of genders and she, her, they, all, you're like, no, man, woman. That's what we recognize in America. Okay, all the bullshit stops. Okay, all that playing make believe because you psychologically deranged. I'm gonna get to why they do that, because a lot of you, if you're young, you probably wonder why this foolishness was allowed to occur in the first place. Some young people, because let me speak on that. What you've heard has become their normalcy. And see, this is why those of us that are older that understand these things must do our best to push back against them, because you got to think for the children that grow up when something has become somewhat normalized. You know, I've often talked about the Overton's window method, where it takes a unthinkable or extreme idea and then it becomes not only popular, but accepted by the public. I've spoken about that at length. You got to think about the kids that are born into that madness. It's their normal. Okay. They don't know anything else, but we know they're a bunch of fucking predators. I'm going to call them what they are. So now you got to think about this. When it comes to reining some of that nonsense in, now things are starting to get back to normal and see, look, we better use these 4 years to take advantage of it. They need to permanently roll back some of that nonsense they got going on, because see, every one of these people that you see speaking are mentally ill. And notice one of them was talking about if you don't make this a safe space for the T class, it's not gonna be a safe space. I'm like, arrest this motherfucker. That's a threat. Hey, they better be glad I wasn't there. I'm like, oh, for real? You making threats? Okay, come on. Go ahead and do me these hot 15 to the door with no parole. I wouldn't play with them about that bullshit. Nah, you look, they said they wanted equality. Well, I'm gonna treat you like everybody else. You make threats, you gonna do some time for it. Huh? Better be glad I wasn't in that room. But anyway, listen, man. When it comes to this nonsense that you see them spewing here, because they ain't done yet. Oh, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. When it comes to this nonsense that they spewing, you got to understand that the reason why it was tolerated for so long, this is the devious, crude, disgusting, demonic part about big pharma and corporations. You better understand that the inhibitors and all these types of gene therapy, hormone pills, and all this stuff they have to take when they so-called transition. You can't transition nothing as far as your genetic code is concerned. But all that stuff that they take, you understand that big pharma makes a lot of money off of providing those types of pills and medications that I've talked about. And they make a lot of money off of performing those surgeries. Okay. So they don't give a damn that these people are mentally ill. They don't care nothing about that at all. All they care about is like, okay, hey, is your insurance going to cover this? Cool. Let me get that bag. That shit has to stop in this country, man. All of these people, I'm going to say it, all of them need to be committed. They do. They do. How the fuck you going to take take this crap, because it was designated in DSM as a mental disorder, okay, and then going to replace it with gaming? Are you serious? Let's really think about that now. Huh? This shit on your screen that you going to see, because we going to keep going with it, this what you see on the screen was taken out of the DSM-5, okay? And gaming was replaced. Really? Let's further talk about how they got to this position. Okay, the problematic part of that community. Look, if you're not in that community causing no trouble, going after kids with all the nonsense and trying to force your lifestyle on other folks that's not like that, I'm not talking to you. I ain't got no problems with you. I'm talking about these lunatics on this screen here. You should have a problem with them as well. Because look, let's go ahead and call it what it is. It ain't about agreeing with what somebody do in their bedroom or not. It's some cool people over there in the LGBTQ community that, man, they don't bother you. You don't bother them. Man, hey, look, you talk to them about whatever's going on in society, XYZ. Hey, man, you ain't got a bit of problem with them folks, man. And them the people right there that I get along with. I'm cool with y'all. But these nutcases here that the Biden-Harris administration propped up, and thanks to Obama, we can't forget Obama, gave them all these crazy laws and rules and stuff. They claim they want to be equal, yet they want to be having special treatment. You can't have it both ways. But see, the thing we got to look at when it comes to everything that's going on with them being, taken advantage of, we just really got to call it what it is, by these medical corporations here, big pharma, and these corporations that actually perform the surgeries and all this other stuff. Man, listen. If you keep doing that, just think about something for a minute. Just think about if Commandment had won. She was going to enhance even more psychotic foolishness that they have going on. If you keep normalizing that in a country, you won't have a country. Now, why am I saying that? This isn't hate speech. This isn't hating anybody. I'm pointing out facts. Let's talk about history for a second. And salute to my good brother Kermit S. Wingfield in here. Let's talk about history for a second. Look at empires like Rome, okay? When they started to collapse and fall, one of the first things that shows the signs of collapse in any empire or nation state is degeneracy, just unchecked, and it becomes normalized in that society. When you start to see that nation or that empire is on its way down. And look, this has repeated itself several times throughout history. All you have to do is just pick up a history book and study that, okay? So now America will be well on its way to repeating those other nation states' history if you don't step in and intervene and get some normalcy back in this country. Do whatever you want to do, man, but this nonsense here where they just all over the place, and don't get me started on some of the parades they have gyrating and all in front of children. And if you're a parent taking your child to that, your ass should be locked up. I hope that's something the orange man do before he get out of office. Anything that they do like that, and you bringing children around there, exposing them to that type of degeneracy, I don't care whether it's heterosexual or homosexual. Leave kids alone. Hands off the fucking babies, man. So I hope some prosecutions start with that kind of stuff. But all this stuff they complain about up here, completely deranged, okay? They're not talking about the economy. They're not worried about national security. They're worried about people not going along with playing make-believe with them, because that's what you're doing. Let me just go ahead and hurt some feelings. I got to see it like it is. Their entire condition, because I'm going to call it what it is, a condition, their entire condition, as far as like their mental status, is the equivalent of any one of us gathered over here tonight, tying a towel around our neck and climbing up to a building, jumping off as if we could fly like Superman. Now, just because we convinced ourselves we can do that, that doesn't mean that gravity is going to cooperate. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Last time I checked, I don't think gravity cooperates with our fantasies, okay? So if you were to take your ass up to the top of a building with a towel wrapped around your neck and hop your stupid ass off, gravity is going to be like, oh, you must have forgot what I do, huh, boy? Come on down. You know, hey, yeah, depending on how high you jump from, hey, you could be broke up or you might be finished with all your living, okay? So now, when it comes to these people, listen, I'll call you by your name, but I'm not going to sit up here and call a man a woman or a woman a man. I'm not for them competing in women's sports. I'm not for you going into the women's bathrooms. I'm not for them being locked up in women's prisons. The Orange Man is rolling all that bullshit back. That's gone. That's going to be gone for at least 4 years. I hope permanently. Okay? Get some normalcy back in this country, man. Because like I said, if you're going to live your lifestyle, do what you do your thing, man. No problem. But you're not going to impose that on other people. That's just not going to happen now. They're less than 3% of the population, but they bullying. They were, for the longest time here, with Obama and Kamami, you know what I'm saying, the Biden-Harris administration. They've been just bullying the American people. Now, I thought in the beginning it was all about them just wanting to be equal, have equal rights, have the right to get married, all that other stuff. They've taken it far beyond that. Would you agree or disagree with that statement, family in the chat room? Would you agree or disagree with the statement I just made? In the beginning, that particular community, I call it the Kaleidoscope community, all they wanted was equality. That's what they said. But as time went on, equality became oppression. Now, before I let this go on, let's talk about how they got themselves in that position. Now, this is where I will give them credit and salute them for it, because we can learn from what they did. First step, they started to look at, okay, because you know what? Fact of business, I can't show it on YouTube, but I can talk about it to a certain degree. If you're over on my Patreon, you've already seen this. A lot of y'all, if you long-time subscribers to this channel, you probably heard me mention this, the Michael Swift Manifesto. It is real. It is on the congressional record from 1987. And basically, I will paraphrase, he was talking about how one day that particular community, the Kaleidoscope community, was going to get themselves in every powerful position across the country. Now, when you fast forward to where we are now, he was right. And it was a smart strategy. They was like, okay, instead of just running around here in the street and making an ass out of ourselves, we got to get us some power. They're a small percentage of this country, less than 3%, maximum 3%, across all races, that is, too. But they said, okay, yeah, we might be small, but we can get some power if we get control of some economics, start greasing some palms of these politicians, start getting in positions where we're the head of these corporations or high up in these corporations. Across the board, everything we need, the medical field, whatever. We got to get us some people over in the psychology field so we can get our condition out of the DSM as if it's a mental disorder. So now that people can start making money off of it and we can get what we want. Now, I got to salute that move. They got together and you know what they did? What I just described is getting on code. Now, the purpose they got on code for turned out to be a nefarious one as far as what a lot of them have chosen to do with the power that they gotten. But how they did it, key word, how they did it, you got to respect that. They analyzed their situation. They had an agenda and they're like, all right, goddamn, we're going to make something shake. Who got what skill set? You go here, you go there, you go there. I'm going here. You see what I'm saying? You can't do nothing but respect that. So there is a lot to be learned from that psychotic community. Okay, for the ones that act that way, about how they got to where they are, family. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. But I want y'all to hear the rest of this madness here that Jim Crow Joe Biden and Kamami told us that we were supposed to support more because, see, they pissed too. They pissed at Foundation of Black Americans too because, you know, we didn't go out there to support them folks getting back in there. And I'm going to tell y'all too, you better learn to love it because our people are now finally starting to respect ourselves and our self-esteem is back to where it should be. Okay. And hopefully we're going to keep this going in future generations as the standard for our people. We don't have any business being the stepping stones for all these other groups piggybacking off our struggles. You heard one of them mention Kendrick. I'm like, look, glitter face, leave Kendrick out of this, weird ass. Damn woman sitting up here with a damn Etch-a-Sketch beard on. The insanity. I mean, look, here's the thing. When you look at some of this nonsense, you can't help but laugh. But all seriousness, these motherfuckers are very dangerous. These are some of the most unhinged lunatics. These are the ones that'll run up to you and try to start some shit. Oh, you misgendered me. I'm going to sue and all this other stuff. Because you know they got them protections on them, okay? So you have to watch these people, man. Look, I'm going to tell you, man. If I see certain behavior when I'm out and about from them, I don't even let them get close to me because I go, oh, you probably one of them that's going to try to start something. Knowing you got these protections, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck you going to win that? Huh? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to keep your eyes peeled for these lunatics because, see, here's the other thing, too, that a lot of people don't want to talk about. I forget the name, but do y'all remember, it was recent, too. I think it was just last year, the one that was in the T-class community that went and committed that shooting, okay? This went and started deleting people. I forgot the name of it, but I'm pretty sure y'all remember the headlines of that because a lot of us were talking about that over here in these spaces. But anyway, we're going to let this continue. I want you to see the rest of this madness that we were spared dealing with more of due to Jim Crow Joe Biden and Kamami getting the boot. Check this out.
Just remember that the Nazis burned the books that the Nazis burned books on gender sciences first. Now the administration has villainized and marginalized migrant workers, trans, LGBT people, and even...
Look at this bastard. You can't even get your own community right. LGBTQ and whatever other letter they just added in the last 5 seconds, okay? Damn, get it right. Listen, look at all this stuff he's trying to put together, man. It's trying to throw a grab bag of bullshit. That's what I'm going to call it. A grab bag of bullshit, throwing it together, and you sitting up here crying to the wrong folks because, see, most of these people that crying too, them Trump people, man. And look, speaking of on code, before I start this back up, listen, man, let me talk to some of the people that may be listening to this like, man, I don't like Trump. It ain't about liking or disliking nobody. What do I say to y'all? Black people in America will not rise to our proper powerful state until we stop thinking like children, talking about who we like or don't like. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean go run and support anybody. But in order to really get what we need to be, learn from people that's making power moves. So really study the Trump administration. Look at all the different people that he put in play. All of them are on one accord. From Tom Homan to Pam Bondi to, you know, J.D. Vance's vice president, of course, you know, and several of others of his picks. They all on code. They are lockstep, man. I mean, look, you got to respect it, man. You ain't got to like it, but you got to respect how they moving. So my thing is, let's study that, family. We can do the same. It's time. We got all the components in play to make our own moves by being on code. We always say the code is the leader over here, and that is very true. No one person puts themselves up as a leader. If you hear or see anybody try to do that, you know that's a person that does not align with what this movement has going on, okay? I mean, that goes without saying. We've been on that for years, but I want to reiterate it here tonight, all right? So we need to learn and watch and observe how they make these moves the further that we get along down the line of trying to get our agenda accomplished. I want y'all to hear the rest of this madness, though. Let's let it continue.
Special needs, denying life-saving and affirming care.
Can you look at me and tell me how many of my friends need to die before you do anything?
Please wrap up.
Look at me!
Okay, we're all done here.
Fucking pathetic!
No, we're all done. Come on.
Of course, we need to continue celebrating Black.
Look how violent they are. You see that? Look how violent they are. Now, this one is about to mention Black History Month. In fact, let me take that back. I want y'all to hear what this one is about to say. They always have to find a way to try to throw Black people in things. And see, look, you know what? To be honest with you, man, be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you something that I would do if I ever got a chance to sit down and talk to anybody in the Trump administration or the Orange Man himself. I would petition for this. It's gonna piss some people off. I would petition for, hey man, if we gonna keep Juneteenth, take that Pride Month out of our goddamn holiday month. You goddamn right. I said it. Nope. Put that shit somewhere else. Put it in April. Put it before our month. No, goddamn it. Nope. I sure would. We got to stop this. Every time something come up in that community, you got to tie black people. So let me go ahead and deal with the slow folks that may have a problem with what I just said. Of course, for the slow ones, we understand that the black people are in the community that we're talking about as well. That's not the point. Our traditions, our holidays, anything that honor us as a community should not be centered around nobody's fucking sexuality, one way or the other. So that's something I would definitely, I'll take that upon myself. I'm like, hey man, take that right there, move their month somewhere else. Okay. Nope. Don't be trying to make that synonymous with Juneteenth. Take that. They can have their own month, some other month. Okay. Look, that's how hard line I am with it. See, now y'all see why very few people really rock with your brother like that. You know what I'm saying? With certain things that, man, you're going too far. Nah, motherfucker, I ain't went far enough. Just sitting up here with this madness in this country. But I want y'all to check out what the next one is about to say. And look at this psycho. See, it's one thing to come up there and voice your opinion about or state your case or whatever you're talking about. But how you gonna come and bully the people that you turn it to for help? Look at me. Weird looking motherfucker. They better watch. See, these are your domestic terrorists right here, because you can guarantee you when they that upset and they off them meds like that, because those medications are very expensive. These are the ones that go out here, man, and like, hey, if I can't get my way, I got to take everybody with me. You understand? That's how it is, though, family. But I want y'all to listen to this other goofball coming up here trying to throw black people in it. Watch this.
Please wrap up.
Look at me.
Okay, we're all done here.
Fucking pathetic.
No, we're all done. Come on.
Of course, we need to continue celebrating Black History Month because in spite of what's coming down from Washington, we all know that we all exist and we all need to be recognized for our existence.
But be aware that you are a guest in my house when you come. And when you come, know that there are strong queer and trans people in my classroom who will collect you with the quickness.
My name in drag is Dee Dee Delight. And my name out of drag is Dewey Cosgrove Atienza.
Laddie LaRouge, he, they, in drag, District 3.
My legal name is Olivia D'Ambrosio. My public name is Livy Scanlon. My wife and I own a home in the Canal District.
I speak as someone who is always misgendered, like all the time. People refer to me as sir when I prefer to be referred to as ma'am. I speak as someone who is afraid.
Because you are a man. That's what you are. There's no misgendering. You have an XY chromosome 6. Okay? You have an XY chromosome set. That's not misgendering. That's what your genetic code is, which means you are a male. You're a man. Now, for whatever your reasons, you probably gave up on being a man and it's too hard to be a man. So I feel like okay, whatever you feel like, hey man, that's your business. But the rest of us that are sane out here, we're going to call you what you are. That's just what that is, man. We're going to call you what you are. It's only 2 genders. It's not hundreds and thousands of them. And see, look, this is the sad part about this. If you look at every one of these people that's up here speaking, it's like that. I hate to say it. It's like they're basically adults that's still emulating the behavior of children. They're stuck in like a I can't even say prepubescent. We got to say downright the toddler level thinking. Insanity. You don't help anybody like that by enabling this type of mental illness. You have to get these people treatment, man. See, look, let me tell you something. And again, I'm not talking about whether they should be able to practice whatever sexual orientation they want. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when they start going off the deep end with this lunacy, if that would have been clamped down on, be like, hey, listen, we ain't gonna tolerate that. Hey, you gonna fuck around? We're gonna put your ass in this mental institution now. You can be out here and chase whatever you want to chase how much pussy you gonna chase, munch how much carpet you gonna munch, whatever the fuck you gonna do. but you're gonna be normal doing it, okay? And you ain't gonna go after no kids neither, all right? That to see if I was running this shit. Look, let me tell you how I stop that shit. Watch this. Y'all gonna laugh your ass off, and I'm finna make some enemies over here tonight. But I'll tell you how I stop that shit. It ain't gonna be nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't think it's crazy. I'll say it that way. I wouldn't harass them. I would make sure ain't nobody hurting them or nothing like that, trying to harm them. I really would. You got no right to hurt somebody because you don't like whatever sexual orientation they are. Okay, so I just want to be clear on that. But as far as like the psychotic stuff, you thinking you're gonna be going in women's bathrooms, competing in women's sports, trying to, you know, groom kids and all this other nonsense. Okay, cool. I'm like, if you keep trying to do that, what I'm gonna do to help you get your mind right, where you be wishing that you were back over here, I'm gonna ship you over there to my homie Kim Jong-un. Yeah, you know him, fat boy. I like, hey, you know his word counts. I always need word. I keep telling y'all, we really need to sit down with Fat Boy. Because look, him and President Trump have met before. You remember during the last Trump presidency? He went over there. I think he was the first president to actually go over there and cross over there, cross the demilitarization zone and cross over into North Korea and cross back. So, you know, look, they're amicable. They can talk. Hey, we need to make a deal with him. Like, look, player, this is what we're going to do. We're going to send, you know, these nutcases over here to you. You know what I'm saying? And these illegal aliens, if they repeat offend and try to come back into the country, you get caught one time. Coming back over here after we deport you, yeah. Come on over here, player. Since you like to travel so much, we got a place for you to go. We're going to take you to the North Korean work camp, okay? And watch how many people get right. If they knew that's where you were going, see, I told y'all, I'm a forward thinker. I'm a problem solver, okay? Yeah, I'm a problem solver. How many of y'all think that they'll get some act right there? They'll be like, oh my God. Salute to the Good Brother Information Man show. Shout out to that brother. Hey, y'all go and subscribe to my Good Brother Information Man show. He has good content info. We cutting up over here tonight, my brother. Hey, hope there's no children around. We cutting up over here tonight, my brother. Salute to my Good Brother Information Man show over there in California. That brother does excellent work in his community. He recently did a great breakdown on Dr. Umar or Dr. Scamar Johnson, whichever you want to call it. Okay, excellent breakdown. Listen, watch it from front to back. I caught part of it over there, but it'll be hard to argue with that brother Facts on what he's saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, check out my Good Brother Information show when you get a chance. But ladies and gentlemen, also, how many of y'all think that would solve the lunacy problem? We just make a deal with Kim Jong-un and be like, okay, listen, you know, you're going to keep on acting up over here. You got the right to be whatever you want to be. Just don't try to force yourself on nobody. Don't come at no kids. But if you start trying to do that, we ain't going to argue with you. You're going to North Korea, okay? Look, I'm petty with it too. Y'all know me. You know what I would do on the way, send them out of here before we let this madness continue? I would have it designed at the airport. It would be set up like The Price is Right, like they won a prize. You won a luxury vacation to North Korea. Oh my God. I would be super petty. Wow, man. Look, I'm telling y'all, man, they don't want me in charge. They don't want me because I would be an asshole with it. Look, if you start breaking our laws and making life a living hell for normal America, okay, I gotta give you some petty on your way to North Korea now. I just got to do that. Anyway, I digress, ladies and gentlemen. We got more madness to analyze here. Let's let it continue.
To use public toilets. I speak as someone who is a member of this community and is a queer person.
You have to imagine being me and my wife, fearing that our marriage rights will be stripped away at any moment.
Please, I only have so much time. Please, Joe's gonna cut me off.
Which matters more? Covering the legal fees of systemic police brutality or protecting the lives of queer people in our community? How many...
Hold on. Did y'all hear what whatever this is? Looking like a reject from the Blair Witch Project, man. Don't this person right here, whatever it is, look just unkempt, like it hadn't seen a shower or any type of sanitary cleaning products in days, okay? Whatever this is I'm looking at. But did you hear that nonsense? Which is more important, protecting them? First of all, ain't nobody messing with you. You already got protections. Anybody go roll up and try to assault anybody in that community, you finna get some serious time. The laws ain't no joke about that. So I don't know what he, she, whatever is talking about. I don't know what this is. But I don't know what it's talking about, trying to compare it to police brutality. There's no comparison. See, that's what pisses me off. Let me talk to the people in that particular community. I'm going to say it again. I don't have no problem with what you choose to do with your life. That's not my business. I ain't got to be in your bedroom. But when you start talking crazy like this, especially when you try to link that stuff to black people, listen, man, we don't have a choice about being black when these people come after us and attack us. So your struggle with whatever mental illness you got going on, because I'm going to call it what it is, okay? Your struggle with that don't have nothing to do with black people. Stop trying to link that together. Let's let it continue.
Lives have to be lost before you consider fighting back against fascism and corruption.
Now is the time to say that if federal money relies on the dehumanization of trans people, that we don't want your goddamn money.
I get that some of you care more about...
Oh, really? See, boy, y'all don't understand. If I was on that panel where they was talking to, we don't want your goddamn money. You don't? Oh, you heard him, right? Okay. Hey, listen, cut all the funding to all them goofy programs right now, all of it. And shout out to those. Like I said, I am not an Elon Musk fan or what have you, but damn it, that should have been done decades ago in this country. Going through and see where all our taxpayer dollars are going, okay? My only thing is I want the Democrats and the Republicans prosecuted because both of them are stealing money. But I would be like, okay, you say you don't want that. See, I would be the type of representative for the people where if the people say, hey, listen, go in there and be about the business, handle business for the community, I'll be like, okay, whatever you tell me, that's what we gonna do. So you say you don't need no more of our taxpayer dollars on the goofy ass programs, cool, player. I would tell his community, when we cut your funds, it's because of this guy right here. He said y'all don't need nothing. Done. Oh boy, I'm trying, look, I would Thanos snap all that bullshit away. I would. Man, just listen to them, man. Like I said, they are completely deranged. But see, fortunately, I can tell that the orange man is just getting started on them, okay, as far as like reining in some of this nonsense, and good, okay? Good. Because many of you in this chat room have black babies in schools, and look, the schools need to be free, hands off, okay? Leave these kids alone. Now, somebody grow up and become legal aides and make their own decisions about what they choose to do with their life, okay, fine, I ain't got nothing to say about that. But the babies, hands off the kids, and quit trying to compete in women's sports. Let's let it continue.
About easy funding than trans lives, and don't mind Nazis for some whatever reason, but...
Normally I would say good evening, but through the chair I will only impart my sour grapes.
It's an extremely emotional and taxing thing to stand up here as someone as part of the trans.
Hold on, I got to get my jokes in. I look, sorry, y'all gonna have to bear with my pity tonight. Family, I know I'm not the only one that see this on the screen. How many of y'all remember the old school movie Hellraiser? The Pinhead, y'all remember him? This boy looked like Pinhead in a dress. When did Pinhead become a part of the community? I'm just saying, man, look at this dude, man. Look, see, look, dog, I got to go here. People would not have a problem with them if they were like back in the 70s and 60s. Well, like, okay, if that's what they chose to do, you couldn't really tell. It wasn't nobody's business, to be honest with you. And see, that's one of the things that a lot of folks do have a problem with those in the community that act that way. Because some of them don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to speak in absolutes. But the ones that do, I see y'all laughing in my chat. Y'all know that he looked like Pinhead in a dress. Come on now. Don't tell me y'all didn't see that. But see, like I'm saying, the problem that a lot of people have with them is like, all right, man, nobody should have any access to what your private bedroom business is. That y'all should be, look, I would think they would want it that way. But like, hey, man, that's between you and your significant other. Why we need to know about that? Same thing for heterosexual people. Who we dealing with ain't none of nobody's business but us and our significant other. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? That's just like, I think that, because they going to do whatever they want to do, but I think they would have less problems dealing with people if they kind of went back to that. Now, I'll tell you what I'll say, because I want to speak with perfect balance here. I am not for somebody that, let's just say they find out, somebody that's in that community is that way, and they ain't bothering nobody. They ain't messing no kids and nothing, and then you just go there and start harassing them and call them all kinds of names. Oh, no, I'm not cool with that. Nah, man, leave people alone, bro. Leave people alone. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's how I am with it. But now, as far as this right here, I would say this. If you gonna walk around in all these crazy costumes, because y'all see what I've shown y'all here just in this short period of time, you got people in there with glitter on their face, etch-a-sketch beards, a heifer with some fake fruit on her head, just all kinds of characters. You can't get mad if nobody laugh at you because, see, that's a part of equality. That's another thing they don't like. If somebody laugh, I'm like, listen, man, as long as ain't nobody in your personal space, we can laugh now, goddammit. You gonna come out your house looking like this? I have the right to laugh. That shit is funny. I'm gonna laugh now. You know, you want equality, you laugh at straight people, we can laugh at you. Just let it continue.
And gender diverse community.
My name is Katie. I'm from District 5, and I'm speaking in support of agenda items 10B and 14B. Right now in our country, Trump is threatening the trans and gender diverse community.
Noticing people here are trying to control the rights of others, and that's not right. We should make Worcester a sanctuary.
Now, see, this is what I don't like right here. I don't like this, man. I don't like this. This is a child. This is a child. This child don't know. That child ain't got no business in there dealing with none of that. I don't like that. And whoever that child parent is, they wrong for that shit. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Look, most of America, and I think I speak for most Americans. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think I'm right about this. I think most Americans wouldn't have a problem with nothing they got going on. They just leave the damn kids alone and keep your ass out of women's bathrooms and their sports. If they did them three things, man, most people be like, hey, man, look, hey, they do what they do. I ain't got nothing to do with that. As long as they don't come over here trying to force what they doing on me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, most people wouldn't have a problem with that. But see, this stuff right here, this stuff y'all need to stop doing, man. Leave these babies out y'all sick agenda, man. Let it continue.
City for trans people, everybody deserves to feel safe and everybody needs to feel safe. I've lived here for 4 years and there hasn't really been any changes in how people feel safe in the city. My birthday is this Saturday and all I want is peace and for you to vote yes. Please don't let me down for my birthday. There's a lot of queer people that I love, and to Candy Carlson, you should know to never call someone I'm 7 and I know better. The kids are watching and we're ready to vote you out.
Oh my gosh.
What a critical. Yeah, so now you see what Kamami and Jim Crow Joe want to enhance more of it with a second term if they would have gotten that. Yeah, you see what a bullet we dodged with that insanity family? Oh, they lose their mind now because the orange man ain't having it. It's like, yeah, you got a right to be heard. Go ahead and say what you want, but we still gonna only recognize two genders in this country, male and female, okay? All that other goofball pretend stuff, you can do that at your home all you want to. But as far as on official documents, as far as the way the country works, hey, male, female. I feel like, hey, I sometimes you feel like a nut. And a lot of them are. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I got my jokes, man, but that nonsense is done. But see, now, we got to get to the formal Democrat Party. Okay, now on your screen here, you looking at, and I know, family, listen, I'm sorry that I did not give you a disclaimer before I put this image on the screen here. So let me do this now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have protective eyewear or shades, this will be the time to put them on because I value and care about my audience. I don't want you to get blinded or get cornea damage from looking at that little shiny peanut head that belongs to Ayanna Pressley. Okay, now I know that she looks like a little bowling ball with glasses, okay, in a suit with her little deranged ass. And you see, they've wheeled out the Nothing Burger HR 40, a study, okay, a study, not reparations, a study. Now, family, most people in this chat room can bear me witness for years. Okay, all during the Biden administration and before that, what have I and most other brothers and sisters in new black media been saying? Democrats, listen, if you want to make sure that the orange man don't get a second term, we gonna need to talk about these reparations and this anti-black hate crime bill. We know you got it. We know you got it. Even before those came out, we've been telling them, we know you got it, okay? Y'all know, fact of business, I'm gonna put it in the chat room again. I will have it. Y'all know when it comes to the numbers, and I was telling y'all, hey man, these folks got our reparations. They bullshit playing with us in our face. Y'all know that I put this website in the chat room many times, and I told black people, familiarize yourself with this website, and I'm still telling you, familiarize yourself. All of y'all need to save and bookmark this website so that you can go on there and track where mine and yours, taxpayer dollars are going, okay? So we know you got the money for reparations. Nope. Oh, no, what did they do? They gave us, they asked to kiss. They told us, no, we ain't trying to hear nothing about no reparations. You know, a lot of grassroots we pulled down on Clyburn. Why y'all keep fucking with me about that bill? I don't want to put the bill out there, man. You ain't never gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you remember? And look how they played with our brothers and sisters over there in California on the reparations task force hearing. You know, what that little Sawyer dude come out there, that California Legislative Black Caucus, all of them need to go. Every last one of them bastards need to go. Vote their asses out if you can over there, brothers and sisters. Get them out. I understand that the districts are set up a certain way, but if you have any say about it, vote their asses out. Or they're playing in people's faces about it. Oh, they thought this thing was a joke. And we told them, like, all right, keep playing with us now. We're going to show you come election day. Oh, shut up, y'all. Get in line and vote. Okay. All right, Jim Clyburn and the rest of you. Come election day, yeah, boy, Commandment and them got watched. Damn near the whole country turned red. It was like the Kool-Aid Man. Y'all remember him? The Kool-Aid Man from the old commercials? Oh, yeah. It was like the Kool-Aid Man just said, let me go ahead and spill some of this Kool-Aid over the country. Whole country damn near turned red, okay? Yeah, we told y'all what was going to happen. See, when you play with the black grassroots, this is what you get, okay? So now they come dragging their little funky bullet head asses out here, like this little peanut head bowling ball with glasses, talking about some HR 40. I want y'all to hear what they think is going to drag us back onto that damn Democrat plantation, okay? I want y'all to listen to this. This is beyond insulting. And see, talk about not knowing how to read the room. Everything you're going to hear, you're going to be like, don't you see... Remember them disrespectful campaigns that they was running? Get your booty to the polls, vax that thing, about all the stupid stuff the Democrats had going on towards us. This go to show you that they still don't respect us because they think that they can come out here as if we don't know HR 40 is nothing but a study. Wag this in front of our faces talking about you going to study something when we can see due to these Doge numbers coming out and due to foreignassistance.gov, we can see all this paper that you got, giving all these illegal aliens all these goodies. You're making it rain on Zelensky, or Joe Biden was. That was his little personal boo thing. Okay. Oh boy, he was going over there, man, just throwing big bands of our tax dollars over there to Zelensky. And he up here whining because he done got cut off. Oh man, you papering up everybody left and right. And then we ask you for reparations. You talking about, ooh, I ain't got it. Well, guess what? We ain't got no support for you, Democrats. You're going to crash and burn further. And you did this to yourselves. I want y'all to listen to this little bullet head bowling ball with these glasses up here.
Inflection point in America, and the moment cannot be more urgent. With Black history under attack and white supremacy emboldened, there is no better time to introduce this bill than during Black History Month, a time when we reflect on our history, our struggle, and our collective power. And I'll say, it is also not only about Black history, but it is about Black futures. More than 4 centuries ago, Africans were kidnapped, trafficked, and enslaved, forced to build this country under horrific brutality, an economy which we still benefit from today.
Okay, now Ayana, baby, listen, why come you Democrat shillbillies wasn't talking about this during the time when we was talking to you about our agenda? See, this is how much respect they don't have for Black Americans. You think that all this time that we've been telling you about this, you ain't said nothing about it. Now you're going to come out here because y'all asses are out of office and out of power, and you about to get locked up because a lot of them, see, this is what they call themselves trying to do. They're trying to wheel out this bullshit to save them from Pitbull Pam Bundy. That's right, I gave him the nickname Pitbull Pam. Let me tell you something. Pitbull Pam finna be on that ass. Remember, watch this, right? For my longtime subscribers, especially those of you that were over here, because I understand I got some new folks. But for those of you that were over here during the Biden administration, did I not tell you that if the orange man got back in there, I said Alvin the Chipmunk Bragg, Letitia James, Fannie the Mammy Willis, Just Tanya Checkin, all of them goofball flunkies that sit up there and did the white Democrats, the white liberals dirty work and went after the orange man, did I not tell you that he was going to get their asses? Did I not tell you? Lo and behold, look up. What Pitbull Pam do? Oh, she ain't done yet. See, Eric Adams got smart with his punk ass. He got smart. He like, hey, man. He started leaning over there getting cozy with the orange man, trying to do the Trump dance. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, hey, they dismissed no charges on him without prejudice. And, Eric, listen, you little bullet head bastard. Because I don't like his ass, but you better cooperate with Tom Homan. Because it'd be funny if they, they go ahead and get his ass after they finish with him. But I do want our brothers and sisters in New York to get some relief from them illegal aliens up there because they going through it. Shout out to my good brother Sage up there and other brothers and sisters up there. I know that's on the ground. My brother Dr. Musa Abdullah up there doing good work and holding it down up there. But, I really hope that Tom Homan and them can come up there and clean that up. But see now, I told y'all, did I not say that? I said, man, these fools have no idea how petty the orange man is. I called that shit because I saw it. I say they putting you out there. I always tell y'all, be careful about being the first black anything when you don't see white people competing with you for it. I'm going to say it again. Democrat shillbillies that might be listening, be careful when white folks are trying to put you as the first something and none of them are competing to stop you from getting it. That should tell your black ass that you are the foul flunky. They setting you up. And now look at them. See, look, let me tell you something else you're going to see because I said this before. What you about to see also, now that Pitbull Pam, because she coming. Oh, she coming, boy, and she locked y'all too, boy. She finna get your ass with the same lawfare that you practice on the orange man. And look, I'm not an orange man fan, but hey, turnabout is fair play. What's finna happen now? They gonna become the most pro-black people you ever did see. Oh, but look, don't be surprised if they start quoting direct things that we say. Man, they're going to come out here talking about Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Francis Crick. Watch what I tell you. Man, they're going to be blackity, blue black when they come out. And I'm going to be like, no, 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 Holmes, no. No, I ain't got no love for you. Get on back over there. You know what I'm saying? Look, family, I think I'm going to have to break out the snake voice.
Listen. All I can tell you, Alvin, the Chipmunk Bragg, Letitia James, all of you, Fannie the Mammy Willis, you're in big trouble. You've pissed off the orange man. Now, I understand that you're going to come back to the black community looking for help. But we don't have any help for you because you didn't give us any help. You didn't advocate for us to get an anti-black hate crime bill. You damn sure didn't want us to get reparations. So what you need to get ready to enjoy is some nice lengthy prison sentences when these charges that Pam the Pitbull Bundy is putting on your asses, and many of you are going to get caught stealing funds. Now that Elon has gone through the records with Doge, it's over. It's over.
It's over. Oh, look, listen. Family, I'm going to tell you, I'm not helping none of their motherfucking asses. Fuck them. And I meant that. Because you sit up here and watch black people suffer, and then not no folks coming to get your stupid ass because you did their dirty work. Don't you run your asses back over here to my community. Listen, black folks, listen, y'all laughing. I know I have some compassionate people in my chat room. I know it. And bless your heart. But listen, think about this. Let's turn that compassion towards each other. We don't owe these people nothing that had never done nothing for our community. So Alvin, the Chipmunk Bragg, and the rest of your cohorts, Letitia James, Fannie the Mammy Willis, all of y'all up there, hey man, listen. That ain't our business. You too good to deal with black folks. You know, you told us, you little boule bastard, you had it figured out. So I'm gonna let them be smart. They the talented tent, remember? We don't know nothing down here. We just look calm and lowly black people. We don't have nothing, none of they smarts. We need to take civics classes. You know that's what they tell us all the time, right? So we gonna go take our civics classes and let you deal with the charges that Pound the Pitbull Bundy is finna put on your ass. We gonna let this nonsense continue though. I want y'all to hear how desperate they are. And look, I always teach y'all the eyes are the windows to the soul. Look at these eyes. Boy, they got the puppy mouth. They nervous as hell. They scared. They don't know what to do. So now they wheeling this bullshit HR 40 back out here. And see, this go to show you that they out of options, because if they've been paying attention to what the grassroots been saying, they would know HR 40 is dead on the water. Time we hear you talking about that, we're like, hey man, y'all didn't study nothing when you was giving these illegal aliens our tax dollars. Fuck you. Fuck you, cut my check. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Let's let it continue.
Rice, sugar, tobacco, cotton. And even after the Civil War, emancipation, and the 13th Amendment, the legacy of slavery endured in other forms, codified in law to deny Black Americans freedom, opportunity, and dignity.
Our government, no matter.
Oh boy, she was just, oh boy, little old bowling ball with glasses at Ayanna Preston. Oh, just reciting all this history and telling us about what we already know. See, Helfer, you weren't worrying about the suffering of Black people because you were good. Oh, you were getting your little salary, all living high on the hog, man, and probably stealing money with the rest of them flunkies that's gonna get caught up. Truth gonna come out. Oh boy, you had it made. I can't say it didn't have a hair out of place on that little bullet head of yours because you don't have no hair. But I mean, listen, you were doing good. You were straight. But see, listen, Ayanna, only thing I can tell you, baby, go ahead and go ahead and shine your head up with some turtle wax or what have you. It might be a way out for her. Now the rest of them might not have a way out, but family, I told you, don't be pity tonight. She probably can get out of it. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you what you do, Ayanna. Get you some turtle wax and a good rag and get your polish on. Okay, I need you to watch the first original Karate Kid from the 80s now, and watch Mr. Miyagi when he was teaching Daniel the wax on, wax off technique. So when you get that head good and shiny, I'm gonna need you to pick up a flashlight. Okay, this is gonna help get you out of this, and shine that flashlight at that bullet bill head of yours, and it'll blind the fuck out of everybody so you can get a chance to run and get on whatever plane you're gonna get on, baby. That's your only way out. Don't come around to Black people that we ain't got shit for you. Okay, you all on your own. But family, we not done. The rest of them are still crying up here about trying to get us back on their little plantation. I want you to listen to this heifer right here and see, look, let me tell you something. This heifer's edgeless wonder right here, she done worried her edges right off the side of her goddamn head. This don't make no sense. They going through it, family. They looking dusty and crusty up here. And now they want to come running back crying to us, man. Boy, it's some hard times ahead. Pound the Pitbull Bundy is coming. So we gonna act like, we don't know nothing. We gonna mind our Black American business over here. Let's let it continue.
Who is in power has an obligation to right these wrongs, to provide reparations for descendants of enslaved Africans, to eliminate the racial wealth gap, to uplift the Black community. White supremacy is rampant in this country.
Didn't I tell you? There they go, boy. They all trying to do all this pro-Black talk. White supremacy? Like, they ain't never said nothing about no damn white supremacy when Biden was in office. Oh, boy, they trying to talk our talk now, huh? Baby. No. Take your little drab, you know what I'm saying? Drab purple coat and them edgeless sides, whatever the fuck that is she got up there. Shit look like sandpaper on the side of her damn head. Going back over there with your little bowling ball head. Ayanna Preston back there. Oh, boy, they nervous, boy. These Democrat shillbilly mammies. And see, these are the ones, they hate Black men, okay? Straight Black men, all right? You got to be dainty like Hakeem Jeffries and the rest of them over there, okay? In order for them to respect you, okay? You got to be a little Tinkerbell over there. But see, most Black American men ain't with the Tinkerbellery, okay? We not, baby. Especially as Gen Xers now, you know. Look, we ain't painting no nails, all right? You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to compete with our women for purses. Our women that we deal with, they ain't got to worry about shit going missing out their wardrobe. No, we are old school, unapologetic, masculine men over here. Fuck you and that Democrat Party. Y'all didn't respect Black American men, and we tried to tell y'all that you was getting played. Now you reaping the fruits of what you've shown. So don't come around to us, baby. Don't come around to us. But we're going to let it continue here. Talking about some white supremacy. Nah, baby. You finna find out about white supremacy, though. Oh, you finna find out about it. You going to get exactly what you earned. It's going to show you better than any of us can tell you. Let's let it continue.
Just look at the current administration and our own legislative body. They have contributed to the social and economic harms, to racial terror Black folks have experienced in this country. Now,
listen how she tried to put the emphasis on Black folks. She tried to put the emphasis on Black folks. No. Listen, hold up. Let me do a temperature check in my chat room. Family, have any of you ever heard this heifer or any of them up here talking like this before the orange man got back in here? Where was all this talk before then? Black people out here suffering, man, under that damn Biden-Harris administration, man, all this fucking record inflation. Where were these people talking like that then? I ain't seen them. I ain't seen him. Did y'all see him? I'm trying to figure it out. See, listen. It's over with. My brother Information Man show, because he live up to his name. He be on it. He said no. Now, if the Information Man say he ain't seen you, goddamn it, you wasn't out there. Okay? You wasn't out there. Look at all these no's in my chat room. Oh my God, I see thumbs down and everything. So since you wasn't here for black people, don't come bothering us now. Go back and do whatever you were doing. But see, you can't do that. Because see, family, let me explain to you what's going on. They trying to put on a semi-brave face, but see, if they know that they had them hands in the cookie jars, stealing taxpayer funds, trying to do what white folks do, they hadn't figured out that when the white folks let you come around and they pick a little handful of you to let you do what they doing that's illegal, they let you do that because all of them know on both parties, they're like, okay, if we get caught, put these niggas out here first, okay? Throw them in front of the bus. That's why they got you there for. But see, the talented 10th is so smart. The Boule, they hadn't figured that out yet. We've seen this for decades. Now you having sleepless nights. You probably worrying about being in jail cells with the orange man laughing at you. Oh man, they having night terrors, waking up in cold sweats. Oh my God, I thought it was real. Well, baby, it's about to be. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel nothing. When they lock your asses up, I hope they make you do the perk walk. And they need to put your ass in orange jumpsuits or stripes. That's the only choices you should get. Would you want stripes or orange jumpsuit? Which one you want? Okay? Because you deserve it. You deserve it. Let's let it continue.
More than ever, we must acknowledge and repair those harms. Our government, no matter who is in power, has an obligation to right these wrongs, to provide reparations for descendants of enslaved Africans, to eliminate the racial wealth gap, to uplift the black community. White supremacy is rampant in this country. Just look at the current administration and our own legislative body. They have contributed to the social and economic harms, to racial terror black folks have experienced in this country. Now, more than ever, we must acknowledge and repair those harms.
The people of this.
Oh, man. Woo. Boy, where were these warriors and staunch advocates for Black America under that Biden-Harris administration? Oh, they are fired up, aren't they? Now, family, when you go look on the Congressional Black Caucus, or as I call them, the Congressional Black Caucus's website, they advocate for everybody except for black people. They need to change the name of that. I hope he dismantled that. Yeah, I said it. I hope the Congressional Black Caucus is dismantled because there's a bunch of tethers up there anyway, and you don't do nothing for black people. So don't call yourself a Black Caucus. You don't do nothing for black people. Go be the everybody else caucus. Just leave us out of it, man. But see, oh, they nervous, boy. Hey, and they got their little capes on. Rah, rah, sis boom ballin'. No, sit your ass down. Take yourself back over to wherever you was. Continue doing what you're doing. See, look, they having, I told y'all, they having nightmares about Pam Bundy. Look, they probably imagine Pam Bundy. Y'all remember the Grudge movie with the little horror villain there, the ghost, Samara? That's probably how they see Pam. Oh my God, she's here. That's right. She gonna come through the TV on your ass, take your ass to prison where you belong. But see, I got to get on old Maxine too. Oh yeah, I told you no sacred cows would be spared over here tonight. I want you to listen to what Maxine is worried about. Cause see, she knows she's too old to do any prison time. She got anything illegal going on. Maxine, baby, I hope them little Rico hands wasn't in the cookie jar stealing now. Cause baby, if they put you in there, you won't get out. I want y'all to listen to what she's worried about with this Doge thing here.
This country are being violated because all of our privacy is being taken up by Elon Musk and Trump, and we don't know what all they have on us. We don't know what all they have on us.
Oh, Maxine. Oh, baby, your wig looking kind of dry and dusty. You worried? Well, what could they have on you, baby? Because now if you're doing what you're supposed to do by the people, hold on, let me put the snake voice.
Maxine, if you're doing what you're supposed to do by the people, you wouldn't have any worries.
Oh man, listen. Listen, I have no sympathy for him at all. If she was doing, she ain't get, look, everybody in this country, because see, this is another line they keep using. Elon Musk has got everybody's information. Everybody got our information. If you have a birth certificate and a social security number, your information is somewhere stored in this country. So all this, they gonna get your information, man. It ain't a person in this country that have them things that I talk about that can't be found, okay? So I already got our information. But Maxine, what you so worried about, baby? You say you don't know what all they have on you. Listen, if you doing what you supposed to do, you be like, oh, okay, cool. Y'all can go through my stuff. I'm cool. You ain't gonna find that with me doing my job if that's what you were doing. Maxine, baby, what's them little wrinkled up hands? Taking some vacation money or something? What you been doing? See, now I gotta ask some questions. Y'all gonna think I'm petty for this, but you know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking, family? Can I ask a real question to my audience here tonight without being offensive? Oh, y'all laughing. Family, I got to ask a real question. Can I do it? Can I ask a real question? Because, see, I'm going to tell y'all what I think Maxine is worried about, okay? I'll tell you what I think she's worried about. See? Hey, the Theater of Missouri said Cobra Commander. Hey, you know what? I don't think I'm quite there, but you know, hey, I'll take that as a compliment. Hey, Cobra Commander was one of the greatest villains of all times in the 80s. But see, here's my question, family. This is what I'm thinking, man. This is what I'm thinking about. Man, I think that Maxine is worried, talking about, we don't know what all they have on us. Maxine probably been using some of our taxpayer dollars to trick off on some little young YN. She might have a little young YN. She might be a sugar mama. Is that what it is, Maxine? Allegedly, I don't know. I'm just asking questions. That's all I'm doing is asking questions. What y'all think? Y'all think she got a little sugar baby somewhere? Is that what it is, Maxine? Now, whoever doing that, it's probably a Tether, because you know a Tether do anything to make a bad boy. You got to be down bad. But maybe that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, how many PS5s you done bought, Maxine? We need to find out. Y'all think she papering people up with PS5? She got a sugar baby somewhere. Maxine, is this what it is? Maxine, shame on you. If that, look. Okay, I'm finna put something on your mind. Y'all are laughing because you like, GBS tripping. He being silly. Oh, no. I'm going to show you how what I just said might be plausible. How many of y'all in here remember when that song WAP came out? Oh, I'm finna go there. Remember when the song WAP came out and her old ass was up there congratulating Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion? Now, I got to see it. Why would a bitch with a cowboy coochie worry about some goddamn WAP for it if she didn't have a YN? I think she done stole some of the Diddler's baby oil. That's what it is, man. You got cobwebs. Your shit is probably melted and welded shit. But you worrying about a song with some WAP on it? See, I told y'all. You probably got a sugar baby. That's what it is. Listen, it's late. I can talk like this, okay? And young folks, if you don't listen to this, hey, well, listen. Don't listen. Put some holy water in you. You'll be all right. But I got to tell the truth. That's what it is, okay? So we gonna see, Maxine. Let us find out you've been buying DYN some PS5 with our taxpayer dollars. Your ass is going to prison. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. That's right. Y'all remember the song, right? Yeah, you going to jail, baby. Oh, you going. You ain't getting no special treatment either. And look, if you go, I only have one request. Donald Trump, Tom Homan, whoever, if you hear this, Pam Bundy, if you hear this. If Maxine got a sugar baby and she been stealing our money on that and buying PS5s, that's what she been doing. We get ready to lock her ass up. Call me and have her stand still so I can snatch that goddamn dry ass wig off her head. That's right. You going to prison with no fucking wig. That's right. Because you deserve it. You deserve it, damn it. Anyway, family, I ain't done yet. Listen, I done got out my system, okay? We got some more stuff to analyze. I got out my system. I had to go there. Look. Y'all gonna come back and be like, damn, he called that shit. If they found out she got a sugar baby and there's a bunch of PS5s on the inventory somewhere, Maxine. Remember, you heard it here first if it happened now. But we got to analyze some more things here, okay, about this Trump administration, all right? We got to get into analyzing some serious stuff. I had to make y'all laugh, man. Look, it's good to laugh from time to time, but we're going to see some interesting things happening here in 2025. I want y'all to check this out, man. We're finna get into some further analysis over here tonight.
Look, let me tell you something. I'll take a bit of umbrage here. I'll speak on behalf of my colleagues. I think I can say we are all willing to work with anyone who's serious about doing the work of censoring the American people and advancing progress.
Hold up, bullet head. Oh my God, look at her, man. She look, you know what she look like? She look like a little female version of Lou Gossett Jr., don't she? That's what she look like. I wonder, is that one of his children or something? Is it? I wonder, man. Preston might not be her real last name, but listen, little female Lou Gossett Jr. She said that
we want to work with anyone who's serious about censoring the American people.
Really? Really? So you want to censor us, huh? Why? Why you want to censor us, Ayana? Because look, I get it. A lot of people say she made a faux pas, but I posit to you this. That was no slip of the tongue or a faux pas as far as like, oh, she just accidentally said that. I'm going to tell you what that was. And we have a mental health professional in the chat room, my good brother Information Man Show, and he is very well studied on the DSM-5. What that was, family, I posit to you, is a Freudian slip. Oh, yes, that was a Freudian slip. Oh, yeah, she's serious about that. See, let me tell you something. When you do the devil's work, okay, and you got the devil in your ear all the time, sounding like that snake voice that I use, when that's what you're doing and things are repeated over and over and over again in your head, sometimes you have a Freudian slip, okay? That devil hop right on out of you and make you speak the truth. Yeah. So I posit to you it was no mistake, but I'm going to let you hear the rest of this here, and we're going to analyze some further things after she said this and see if this was actually a faux pas. Now, let's let it continue.
But they are not serious.
So that was that. I can play it again for you. Say, no, did I hear her say that? Yeah, no.
And shout out to my good brother Philip Scott, because I caught this clip on his channel. Shout out to my brother Phil, because you know he was like, "Hey, did we hear her right?" And again, I say it was a Freudian slip. He ain't done yet, though. I want you to check this out, man, because all of us caught this. A lot of us did. Check it out.
No, let's play it again so you won't think I'm just making that up.
Look, let me tell you something. I'll take a bit of umbrage here. I'll speak on behalf of my colleagues. I think I can say we are all willing to work with anyone who's serious about doing the work of censoring the American people and advancing progress. But they are not serious.
All right, so that got a lot.
He has lost his.
So she said her Freudian slip. She said she's serious about working with anybody that wants to censor the American people. Now, Ayana, I got to get on YouTube with a theory of mine, because we done got Maxine. She probably hiding PS5s and YNs, okay, with sugar baby money. But you, Ayana, are you hiding an inventory of using taxpayer dollars to get all kinds of industrial strength turtle wax for that bullet ass head of yours? That what you got going on, baby? That what you doing? Because we need to know about this now. You could use your own money to get your own damn turtle wax, okay? Why y'all want to censor people? Because you don't want us to look at, oh, it's too late though, because see, Doge is here. Hey, listen, I don't like Elon, but I like him finding out where these tax dollars are going, okay? I like that. I want to know. So we gonna get to the bottom of what's going on, baby. And all this trying to talk about not censoring people, that's not gonna help you, okay? We are in the age of Aquarius, the age of information. Do you know how hard it is to censor people today? Even if they have whatever they rules they want to have on these platforms, man, the truth is gonna come out today, okay? Good luck trying to stop the truth today. Good luck to you, okay? We're in a time where truth is gonna be made manifest the more and more time goes on. Cat Williams said what he said for a reason, and everything he said turns out to be right so far. Right on time when he said it. I want y'all to look at the rest of these clips, though, coming up where they're talking about censorship and what they don't want us to say over here on these new black media platforms. Let's let it continue.
Privileges and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation.
Did you hear this heifer man command me and her tub wash greens recipe having ass? I bet that bitch can't spell millions, huh? I bet, look, I give her this. Right here, it look like she probably hadn't had that drink yet. Because you know Hen Dog Harris, man, when she get that drink kick back, you know, hey, boy, she get the cackling. Boy, that annoying goddamn cackle. Listen, of all the bullets that we dodged, can we just keep it a buck in my chat room? Of all the serious things that we dodged without having a second term of the Biden-Harris administration, aren't we glad that we ain't got to hear that fucking cackle no more? Yeah, bitch, you ain't laughing now. Them Democrat donors wonder where all them damn money, that money is going. You had billions of dollars and you 20 million in the hole. Man, listen, hey baby, look, I'm not wishing it on you, but you might better make sure that old pimp hand Doug get you some protection. Hey man, listen, them Alabama people don't play about their funds now. You got them folks hot with you, and they talking about trying to run her again. Really? Yeah, I mean, I hope no accidents don't happen. I'm just saying, man. Just saying, let's let it continue.
And that has to stop.
Now, the good news is that almost all the big tech platforms now acknowledge some responsibility for content on their platforms, and they're investing in large teams of people to monitor it. Given the sheer volume of content, this strategy can feel like a game of whack-a-mole. Still, in talking to people at these companies, I believe they are sincere in trying to limit content that engages in hate speech, encourages violence, or poses a threat to public safety. They genuinely are concerned about it. They want to do something about it. But while content moderation can limit the distribution of clearly dangerous content, it doesn't go far enough.
All right. So Obama was talking about
we should be
now. And shout out to Brother Phil again, because, you know, he caught that clip of Obama. All of them. You seen Commandment, Obama, you know, Ayanna Presley, a little bullet head self, talking about censoring people, okay? Oh, boy, talking about things don't go far enough. So, I mean, listen, man, they've been talking like this for a long time, and a lot of us have been pointing this out. But we ain't done yet, because, you know, we wouldn't be, it wouldn't be all inclusive unless we had Hillary, okay? Hillary Clinton, you know Hillary, the same one that Big Butterall, last king of chicken wings, Roland Martin was running around dancing for, okay? And look, I still want to figure out, how does that boy keep his head attached to his shoulders with no fucking neck? Listen, those need to investigate that shit. I believe that boy got like a head super glued onto a fucking torso. That is the true eighth wonder of the world. I don't see how Pork Chop was prime ribs Martin and keep that head attached to his goddamn shoulders like that. Because look, have y'all ever seen this boy's neck? Come on now, don't try to act like it's just me now. Listen, I digress. I want y'all to hear what Hillary got to say though. And keep that image of Roland Martin in your mind, because you know he was up there dancing for. Let it continue.
In my view, repealing something called Section 230, which gave platforms on the internet immunity because they were thought to be just pass-throughs, that they shouldn't be judged for the content that is posted. But we now know that that was an overly simple view, that if the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or...
Okay, see, while she up here worrying about censoring folks, I got to say something. Y'all gonna hate me for saying this. Y'all be like, man, you wrong. I already know it's gonna be some sisters like, why did you say that? But I told y'all, we got to let them have it over here tonight. It's the Trumpacalypse, baby. We got to talk about all of it. Hillary, why you sitting up here worrying about censoring the American public? Because this is America where we have the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Baby, I got to say this to you. I see why Bill cheated. I see it. Come on now. I got to go there, family. I see why Bill Clinton cheated on your damn shoe-face ass. Imagine if you had to come home to this every night. Listen, man, I ain't saying it's right. I'm just saying I understand. I get it. That's why Money Lou had to make it do what it do. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. You're lying, Bill. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We see what the fuck you go home to. Yes, you did, Bill. You did it. And we don't blame you. Damn it. No, I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest. Let it continue.
Or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real harm.
Oh my God, family, boy, they women age like spoiled milk and old bananas. Oh my God. Listen, nobody should be mad at Bill Clinton for that. Hey, give that man a pass. Come on, man. I'm saying that's what you're working with. Listen, I understand. I ain't condoning it, but I'm just saying I understand. Anyway, she was up there worried about censoring us, all right? Y'all see all this stuff they got going on. The Democrat Party, ladies and gentlemen, you shield billies, this is what you wanted us to vote for, huh? This is what we supposed to go out here and support. They want to censor the American public. They want to give all our tax dollars to illegal aliens. They want to make it rain on Zelensky like he's their personal boo thing, okay? Jim Crow Joe Biden, okay, and Hunter Biden, you know, his freaky deaky self. You know, tell them what they had going on over there on that laptop. We all saw some of that, okay? This is the party they want us to support, okay? The party that try to act like black people in this country don't exist until they get in trouble. And now they just the most pro-blackity black thing you ever see. And look, what I just showed y'all tonight, that's just tip of the iceberg the way they talking. The black shillbilly flunkies, that is. Like Neely Fuller Jr. says, our immortal and legendary grandmaster teacher and ancestor now, when white supremacy is done with its tools, it breaks its tools. Okay, that's exactly what's going to happen to them. And we're not coming to save them. We ain't going to have no duct tape in our back pocket for you. Nope, when they break you, you're over there on your own. Especially you, Maxine Waters. But yeah, Maxine Waters, we know. I'm telling you, I believe that you've been buying PS5s for them YNs out there. I know it. That's all right, baby. I'm going to be waiting to snatch that wig off your head when they lock you up. That's going to be the highlight of 2025. They lock your ass up for stealing money and buying PS5s. But anyway, family, we're going to get back to analyzing more things here about what's going on with the Trump administration. Some very serious things, okay? Because I told you, I'm going to have some critique for him. And I'm finna show y'all a couple of things that some of you might have missed in the news cycle today. But you know we don't miss it over here. It might be a while before I cover certain things, but trust me, sometimes y'all know I find things that a lot of people just ain't talking about, okay? So we're going to get into some of that in a little bit here. Check this out.
We're here today because we have filed charges against the state of New York. We have filed charges against Kathy Hochul. We have filed charges against Letitia James and Mark Schroeder, who is with DMV.
And for those of you that don't know who this is, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you boy Pam Bundy, boy Pam the Pitbull Bundy. This is who it is. This is the one right here, the new Attorney General, okay? The new AG. Hey, listen, man, you hear it, boy. She up there at the point. Look, you can tell she love her job because she up there, man, just happy. Got a twinkle in her eye. Like, yeah, let me get these charges popping, baby. Oh, you heard these names she naming out, right? Oh, charges for all these criminals. Yeah, get them. Because see, look, we got to represent law and order. Isn't that what they always tell black people? So, Pam, do your job, Pam. Pam, Pitbull Bundy, get on their ass. Let's let it continue.
This is a new DOJ, and we are taking steps to protect Americans, American citizens, and angel moms, like the mom standing right behind me, who you're going to hear from in a moment. New York has chosen to prioritize illegal aliens over American citizens. It stops today. President Trump has directed this to stop. And if you don't comply with federal law, we will hold you accountable. We did it to Illinois. Strike one. Strike two is New York. And if you are a state not complying with federal law, you're next. Get ready.
Brian.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the snake. Looks like Pam is not bullshitting around. You heard it. She's got charges for everybody. Oh, yes, she does. Oh, is that what Maxine and Ayanna Presley are worried about? Oh, Ilhan Omar, you may have charges coming your way. You too, Alexandria Ocasio-Horsetooth Cortez. You've been trying to help illegal aliens break the laws of this country. Tom Homan isn't playing. Pam isn't playing. No one's playing. Oh, it's going to be some dark days ahead. But ladies and gentlemen, listen to what else they've discovered during the Doge audits about our taxpayer dollars. Let's let it continue.
I want to go back to Doge just for a second. Earlier, the subcommittee headed by Chairman Marjorie Taylor Greene, her and her staff discovered $2.7 trillion in improper payments to Medicare, Medicaid, overseas, to people who should not have gotten it. Some of this room might have missed that press conference.
And by the way, that 2.7 trillion, do you know that one of the things that came out, and I put the Doge tracker on Patreon, and I've been sharing it with people so y'all can keep up with where these funds are going and what they're discovering. Did you know it came out, man, that you got people that's They talking about it's so many that's over 100 plus years old, like 120, 130 years old, still getting Social Security payments. Now, what does that tell you? That's some money laundering going on up there. So that's why a lot of these Democrat shield bills are nervous, because that's what they got going on, man. That's what they got going on. It's game over for these people, man. Oh, man, listen. The prison sentences need to start at 20 years to the door. No possibility of parole. Once we put your ass in this cell, that's where you're going to stay. You're going to walk these 20 years down, okay? And a part of your sentence, taxpayers from all over the country should be able to come in there and look at your ass and be like, see, shame on you. They should be able to tell you to your face, shame on you. Sitting here taking advantage of the American taxpayers like that, man, because we know what's going on. Listen, the old saying rings true. It was true long before any of us were here. It'll be true long after we're gone. You want to get to the bottom of something, you want to get to the truth, follow the money. Listen to the rest of this, family.
Can you elaborate on what the president is thinking at this point?
Well, again, that's another example. There's a very long list of the fraud, waste, and abuse that Doge is identifying on a daily basis. Elon Musk also talked about yesterday about Social Security payments that are going out the door for people who are no longer with us. Unfortunately, I would say that is certainly fraud. There's also a lot of contracts they've identified that, just as a hypothetical example, are $1 million, but only 500,000 went out the door. So where's the rest of that cash? And so that's the thing. Those are the things that Doge is working on every single day. And I would just remind everybody in this room, this is what President Trump campaigned on doing. He's delivering on a promise that 77 million people elected him to do.
Oh, yeah. So now you see some of what's going on has got these shield billies so nervous over here. Because, see, look, to be honest with your family, let me show you something, man. They should be brought up on charges of treason for just the threat to national security that they participated in, allowing all these illegal aliens over here. That's number one. But number two, if you really are for serving the people, because, see, that's what elected officials are. They're supposed to be public servants. They're not supposed to be our rulers telling us what to do. They operate in the best interest of the people. That's what they're supposed to do. Family, how could they be against finding out where people's tax dollars are going? You would think that if you on the up and up, you'll be like, yeah, you know what? We need to do this. Now, my only problem with this, I'll say this, and I'll make sure that I say it clearly. My only problem with the Doge thing, Elon Musk isn't the only person that could have done this. They acting like, oh, he's the only person with the competence that could have done this. No, this should have been done decades ago. So that's my thing, because, look, he's not really an American. He's naturalized, okay? You a South African or a white supremacist one at that. But he's doing the job, so we'll take what we can get as far as where these numbers are going at. I'm finna show you something about him, too, in a minute, because don't be surprised if after Doge wraps up in July, that's what they're saying, at least for the time foreseeable future here, it's supposed to be finished with his investigation in July. Don't be surprised, though, that's the last you see of him, because I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to prove something to you that's going to show you why that relationship between him and Trump might be on the rocks there. Oh, yeah, a lot of y'all probably didn't catch this in the news cycle, but we're about to get into it right now.
They have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, you know, they're trying to drive us apart. I said, absolutely. No, they said, we have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. And I say, it's just so obvious. They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it, because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. Because I think nobody in history has ever gotten more bad publicity than me. I could do the greatest things. I get 98% bad publicity. I could do, outside of you and a few of your very good friends, it's like the craziest thing. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Yeah, they do, actually.
They get it. They really see what's happening.
Yes.
Okay, so now you heard Trump saying that, you know, hey, you know, it's fake news. It's fake news, everybody. Well, we're going to get into something that wasn't so fake. Oh boy, let me tell y'all something, man. A hot mic is a terrible thing. And we got to get on Elon, man. Did y'all see how he look? He's a weird looking little fucker, man. He looked like he just off in the head. See, let me tell you something. That's a bad combination. You weird like that and you got wealth? Oh man. And by the way, the little illegal alien, at first he was, because he overstayed his student visa. I already broke that down on previous program and showed y'all the facts behind that with the receipts. He got naturalized later on, but he got wealthy over here off American government contracts. Our money, okay? He brought his little punk South African ass over here and got wealthy off of us and then had an area to practice anti-black racism. But that's a whole another program for another day. We're going to get into the relevancy of this photo right here, okay? Now, how many of you remember the press conference where Elon and he had his son, little X, up there, okay? Had him up there in the press conference with the orange man at the Oval Office. Well, now I'm going to show you why I say that relationship might not last too much longer, because I want you to listen to what was said here, not by Elon or Trump, but you're going to hear something else. I'm going to go ahead and get into that.
You know, I wasn't even going to post on this, and then I saw some clips that changed my mind, and I'll show you those in a moment. But first, Elon Musk yesterday, along with his son, little X, held a press conference in the Oval Office to discuss what Doge is doing, all while Donald Trump watched on silently from his cuck chair. And in the aftermath, one of Elon's fanboys shared this tweet that Elon reposted. It says, "History repeats itself," and it shows two images. The first image is a pretty iconic image of JFK Jr. playing underneath his dad's desk while he worked in the Oval Office. And the second is little X seemingly bored out of his mind, crawling around on the floor while Donald Trump pontificates about what he liked watching from said cuck chair. But I can point out at least one glaring difference between these two situations. JFK Jr., as I recall, never had criticisms of his father while the press was there. Little X, on the other hand, has a lot to say, and there was a hot mic that caught some of it. So first is this little gem.
To restore democracy. This may seem like bull.
You heard that too, right? You're not the president, you need to go away. I'll play the clip a second time. Just you watch and tell me if that's what he said.
To restore democracy. This may seem like...
That's what he said, but I'll go one better, because he also said this.
The prices from one year to the next are the same, and their mortgage all.
That one's clear as day. He says, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth up." And there's already people who are like, out of the mouth of babes. But let me just put this out there for your consideration. A child this young doesn't have this profound moment where he like tells off Trump. He just repeats things he's heard. So if he says you're not really the president, chances are someone has said that around him and he's repeating it. When he says, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth up," he's either heard someone say that to someone else, or someone has said that to him, and he's repeating it. Either scenario is pretty disturbing. But perhaps the question we should be asking is the same one that Shea Jordan Smith asked on Twitter, which is, why the fuck is Elon Musk doing press briefings in the White House from the Oval Office? He is not an elected official. Why is he holding court in the Oval Office? Nothing about this is normal or good.
Yeah, and shout out to the white guy Tizzy Ant there. Okay, that's what he goes by on social media. I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, because he's right. We all know that children that young, he doesn't have any cognition about world events like that. He's repeating what he heard his daddy say. We all know that. Now, if Trump has any sense after Elon, because I get it. Okay, let's take the feelings out of it. They're conducting business right now. You know, I already got the man started. But if I suspect that I know him like I think we all know him by his behavior that's been exhibited to us over the years in the media, he probably like, look, Elon, as soon as this is over, you got to go, buddy. You got to go. You see, they showed Vivek Ramaswamy asked to do when he thought that, he was in the white club and he started talking about white people. Now, what Vivek was saying about them sorry white folks was true. But they were like, hey, buddy, hold up. You a mascot. You can't talk to us like that. Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? So Vivek is gone, right? And he'll never get that close to the White House again. But Elon, I'm going to tell you why I believe that little boy heard him say that. Because if you look at how Elon carried himself on social media, it sounds like something he would say. He's an arrogant little weird motherfucker, okay? So I know that his boy heard him say that. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's another thing too, man. Look, what you got your kid up there in the old, I bet you, boy, I bet you, man, he was so embarrassed, boy. You know what I'm saying? See, you know he was a spoiled little fucker too. You know what I'm saying? So you sit up there talking like that around that kid, man. And then, because you could tell he was kind of nervous. And Trump was like, you know, Trump wanted to curse his little ass out, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, I ain't gonna lie. I believe Trump would have slapped the shit out of his ass. The cameras went out. You little bastard, you. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he probably would, man. You know, give that damn Trump that orange pimp hand, man. You know? But anyway, I'm telling you, man, that relationship is on its way out the door as soon as business is conducted, because I get it. They don't want to interrupt what they got going with these financial findings. And, yeah, let them stay on it and get to the bottom of what's going on. But I'll say this. There's other people that can do the job that he's doing. This ain't rocket science, man. You just got to be willing to leave no stone unturned. And see, let me answer a question that somebody had asked me a couple of days ago about, why they doing all this now and going through all these things. It's not so much that Trump, I'm gonna say this, and this is my conjecture. It's not so much that Trump just loved the American people so much. You got to understand something about how that white club work over there, as far as the upper echelon, white men in power in this country. When I say that, when you kick one of them out, and one of them that's got power, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, this is what you doing? All right, I got something for you. Cool, motherfucker. I know where all the bones are buried. I'm turning all these tables over. Look, he got in there, and we finna put out the files on Robert JFK." Martin Luther King, he like, hey, all right, I'm finna go in here and put out all this shit. So I can't wait to see what's unredacted on those files. I can't wait. It's gonna take a little while for them to get all that out. Don't believe the white supremacists. They are not the official files out yet. It's gonna take some time because they're gonna redact some of that stuff. But what's unredacted? Oh, I can't wait to see that. You definitely know I want to take a look at those with MLK. And y'all know I'm gonna be covering that too when we get our hands on that information. But see, listen. When you try to do something like that to one of them that's got, enough power to fight back, I was like, man, what was y'all thinking? Because look, let's just call it what it is. The lawfare that they did with Donald Trump, they really kind of broke the white supremacist code. The closest they ever got to that was Nixon, and they let him resign. But the whole unspoken rule was, all right, we ain't gonna prosecute a sitting president. You know what I'm saying? Or a former president. Oh, but since they chose to do it to Trump, he's like, my turn. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. Hey, look, I can imagine Trump was like this. You put these cases on me. I'm gonna put some information out here for the blacks. I'm going to put it out here for the blacks. You don't want them to know that. I'm like, yeah, put it out here. We need to see it. Come on, put them out here. You tried to take this man's life multiple times because you didn't want him to, compete against you in an election. That was a punk move right there by itself that nobody respected, even if you was a hardcore Democrat. You got to kill the man. That's what made a lot of people lean towards voting for him. They're like, okay, well, what are you trying to get him from stopping from doing going there? What you don't want him to expose? And if he wasn't going to do anything, you definitely gave him incentive to now. So yeah, hey, he coming in here, man, and he's a little orange tornado in there, man, shaking all this stuff up. So, we're about to find out some very interesting things. And mark my words, yeah, Elon, yeah, like I said, you're doing a good thing as far as putting this information out here where our tax dollars are going. But those little delusions of grandeur, talking like that in front of your kid with no filter, and then he repeated that, yeah. Look, Trump would be a fool if he didn't consider that. You don't just blow that off as, oh, he's just a kid talking. And look, let's go here. See, we know as kids, if that was us, those of us that are black parents, if that was us doing that with our parents acting up, our parents would have got us. Why he ain't try to get his son? Hey, son, come over and sit down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go on over here. You know what I'm saying? I know you got your handlers there. And just get somebody, have the camera cut over there to Trump and off camera and get somebody to take your son on over somewhere and have him sit his little ass down. But see, that's what happened when they don't discipline their kids, okay? So yeah, Elon, your time is short. We probably owe Lil X a thank you because Trump isn't going to ignore that. Nah, ain't no way. Look, let me tell you how I know he's not going to ignore it. Watch this. Let me go here. Let's just say he blew it off. Remember, Trump has sons. You really think that Eric Trump Definitely Barron. You really think Barron ain't gonna look? That's the one that probably be like, hey, dad, nah, fuck that little bastard. His daddy really said that shit. I can see Barron telling his daddy that. Look, watch this. I know I'm right about this because after they tried to kill their father, people might can't stand him. But his children love him. I guarantee you that drew him closer to his children, man. And I can guarantee you, since Barron is his youngest son, the social media savvy one, he's probably the one that's like, nah, Pop, don't ignore that shit. That's some bullshit. That little fucker was telling the truth. Get Elon up out of here as soon as this Doge business is done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I'm just being realistic with it. Mark my words. Time will tell. We'll see. I got some other criticism for the Orange Man, though. I want y'all to check this out, okay? I want y'all to listen to what he's about to talk about coming up next.
Are you talking about what? Wait. Which are you talking? You're talking about with regard to all of the investigations that are going on about this stupidity. What we're going to do is tomorrow I'm having a news conference. I'm going to read to you some of the names that hundreds of millions and even billions of dollars have been given to. And if you tell me that we should be giving money to those things, those entities, I think you'll probably have to leave as a reporter because you're not very talented. When you look at the kind of money, billions and billions of dollars being.
Man, by the way, man, look, you got to get an Orange Man credit with that Trump pay on top of his head. Boy, when he go in. See, so look, that's how y'all got to start doing people. That's trifling and getting on your nerves. Like, look, you know, if you keep doing this, you're not very talented. Just hit them with some of the Trump language, okay? Hit them with some of the tangerine terminology. Yeah, we'll call it that, tangerine terminology. He told that joke, you're not very bright, you're not very talented. Hilarious. But anyway, let it continue.
Thrown away illegally, and there's no chance. I mean, I say it in front of our Attorney General, there's no chance that there's not kickbacks or something going on. When you give millions.
Agreed. Yes, this got to be money laundering and kickbacks. And look, if he really want to be respected by the American people, he'll make sure that Republicans get prosecuted too. I get it. I get it. It will kind of put him at odds with some of them. But look, this is what I would do, okay? If it was me, I'd prosecute both sides evenly. I'd be like, whoever get caught stealing, you're going, okay? But since I know that the reins of power are very, very delicate, this is what I surmise they'll probably do for the Republicans that got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Because they're going to lock all the Democrats up. They're getting charges. They're probably going to pick the problematic Republicans over there. Now, I want y'all to see how plausible this is. They're probably going to pick the Republicans that are problematic that, you know, because not all of them are for Trump. And whoever has something to say against them, they're like, yeah, buddy. Let's go ahead and see what your hands was. Oh, look like it's some crumbs on there. Yep, they're going to throw them under the bus. So he probably going to use this as a way to put some legitimate charges on people that's actually doing something. I'm like, okay, you know, I can respect it. I want you to lock all of them up. You know what I'm saying? He's going to protect his buddies, all right? Yeah, they're going to look the other way on the Republicans that's actually loyal to him. But the ones that's been criticizing him, yeah. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, you talking about chess moves. Yeah, it's going to be some chess moves made. And like I said, as far as the bootlegs that get caught up, it is what it is. And you're right, brother Dan Miller TV. It looked like he did shape up the Trump pay, man. I don't know what he got going on, man. He swooped it and brushed it down, man. Maybe he got some moves of Stalin gel in it. You know what I'm saying? It looked almost normal this time. But we're going to let him continue here because we got something else to analyze coming up. Well, I'm going to give him some harsh criticism on what's coming up next.
Millions and millions of dollars to somebody that stands to look at something for 15 minutes and walks away with millions of dollars. That money's coming back in some form. And that's only one form of corruption.
You've said before that the U.S. would buy Gaza, and today you just said we're not going to buy Gaza.
We're not going to have to buy. We're going to have Gaza. We don't have to buy. There's nothing to buy.
Now, this is where my harsh criticism comes in at. Like I said, I'm in agreement with, you know, finding out where our tax dollars are going, getting these illegal aliens out of here, reining in that gender confusion and all that nonsense with that kaleidoscope community nonsense. I'm with those policies, okay? I'm with those. Now, I spoke about this before, okay? Y'all know my background. I don't need to go into it. This is what has me concerned. You know, listen, I get it. What's going on over there between Israel and Israelis and the Palestinians, that's been going on forever. We need to mind our American business. I don't agree with that, especially you talking about we not going to have to buy Gaza. We just going to have it. basically you're gonna colonize the place, take over, and look. For those that didn't catch the last breakdown I did of that, let me briefly reiterate why and what they're actually gonna do from a military standpoint. What they're talking about is definitely neo-colonization. Gonna actually try to put American boots on the ground. And once they take it, they're just going to give the lion's share of it to the Israelis under the condition that an American military base can be set up over there alongside the Suez Canal and control that important and strategic trade route and military route, okay? That's what they want, that Suez Canal. They ain't, look, if they do this, them people ain't going to never get their land back, and I'm going to say it now. Here's my concern. If you do that, you need to take it from a combat veteran, a retired combat vet. If you take these people's land like that, that is going to make that cause a living martyr, and they are going to target American citizens traveling abroad. It will be a very dangerous thing to get on any plane and go anywhere. We already got tons and tons of God knows what over here thanks to Jim Crow Joe Biden. Opening the borders, open border policy with security risks to the country. You don't know what they got over here ready to pull off all types of different types of terrorist attacks and bombings or what have you. So that's not a wise move, man. That's not a wise move. Look, the better strategy, this is what I would tell him to do. Okay, if I was an advisor to Trump, I'd be like, no, man, don't never try to take somebody's country, because they're talking about just getting them out of there and displacing them and rebuilding it and all of that. And I know why, because they're going to just take them people's stuff. The better thing to do, this is what I would tell Netanyahu. I'd be like, look, man, check this out. First thing we're going to do is make sure we get your hostages back safe, okay? And to incentivize that on the side of Hamas and the rest of them over there, I would say, listen, this is what we'll do. You release all those hostages that you have over there in Israel back safely, everybody alive, nobody abused, nothing like that, and we verify that you return everybody, we'll make a deal with you to help you rebuild, you know what I'm saying, and build up some stuff. Y'all keep a ceasefire going. We'll go ahead and try to talk to them and kind of work out these borders. I mean, it would be better to try that. You see what I'm saying? That would be better to try that. Going over there taking them people's land like that, man, let me tell you something. Iran, a lot of them United Arab Emirates countries, where a lot of these terrorists are, a lot of them are in African nations. Okay, you got Al-Shabaab, a couple of others that, you know, I could be here naming different terrorist organizations all night that are centered into the Islamic terrorism network. Okay, remember, Osama bin Laden has 21 children. Do you hear me? Well, I take that back. 20. It's either 20 or 19 because a couple of them got killed. Okay, but he had a lot of kids. In total he had 21. All right, but a couple of them, you know, bit the bullet, literally. But you think they don't want revenge for what happened to Pops? Regardless of what we think about him, that was their dad. Okay, and he was also a very revered holy figure. All right, so I'm just speaking the facts here. It's a lot that would do, because imagine this, right? I'm gonna say this yet again. If Trump go through with this and they actually displace some people like that, all right, especially if they ain't saying, okay, well, we gonna move you from Gaza and y'all go up to the West Bank, because there ain't gonna really be enough room for them up there in the West Bank. These are very small areas. There's millions of people we talking about. Okay, so if you do that, don't you know that's the perfect terrorist recruitment video? Don't you know that? That is the perfect terrorist recruitment video. They will show that everywhere, man. So it's just not wise to do that, man. We should leave that alone. That's a mistake. That's one thing I have to harshly criticize him for. I'm not putting the cape on for him. Let's be clear on that. I ain't putting the cape on for him. I'm just saying, for American citizens, especially those that travel, that would be a very dangerous thing. These terrorist networks are all over the place. Like I said, you know, it would just not be wise. Because, see, let me just go ahead and tell you something else. I'm going to reveal a dirty little secret over here. I can't show some of that stuff on YouTube, but you've seen it on my Patreon if you subscribe. Don't you know that Russia and China have cut little backdoor deals with some of these people to indirectly, you know, throw monkey wrenches in certain things that the American government has going on abroad, as far as like sabotaging their interests and shit. You really think that? Look, I want you to look at it from a military standpoint. Okay, I get this. This might go over some civilians' heads, but listen, if you have two superpowers like Russia and China, okay, now you know that you don't want to be the ones directly be the first aggressor against America. A lot of these terrorists are running around stateless. You really think that as gangster as Xi Jinping is, and if you don't know his history, let me tell you something, man. That motherfucker cutthroat, okay? He look like, when you see him, look like he's smiling, got a clean cut. No, that is a gangster, man. And I'm not sure, but they say that some of his family, you know, has triad ties. I'm not sure how true that is, but that's what has been said, all right? That's what has been said. So either way, he got that look. And then knowing about how he moved before he became the president for life, by the way, president for life, he's going to be in there till he die. He just came in there and said, hey, man, all this election bullshit, fuck it. I'm president for life. Xi Jinping, bitch. Now, who got a problem with it? Come on now. You really think that him and Putin ain't said, hey, man, look, we can't go out directly. Go ahead and get one of them representatives from the terrorist organization. Like, look, bro, check this out. We'll shoot you a little bit of bread here and there. Just keep our name out of it. Go and cause some hell, okay? Come on now. Y'all better understand, man. It's a dirty game on this world stage, man. It's all kind of stuff. That's about as far as I can go into that. I said, if you're on my Patreon, you done seen some stuff. You know what I'm talking about, all right? But I strongly disagree with him trying to do that. It's just other ways to handle that if you're going to try to do that and get involved at all. But for just, are we going to take it? Ain't going to no compensate? Okay. All right, that's just not very wise. It's not very wise. Let it continue.
We will have Gaza.
What does that mean?
No reason to buy. There is nothing to buy. It's Gaza. It's a war-torn area. We're going to take it. We're going to hold it. We're going to cherish it. We're going to get it going eventually, where a lot of jobs are going to be created for the people in the Middle East. It's going to be for the people in the Middle East. But I think it could be a diamond. It could be an absolute tremendous asset for the Middle East, and you're going to have peace. It's going to bring peace in the Middle East. Gaza, the way it is right now, every 10 years you're going to have the same thing happening. I've watched it so long, all the death and destruction of Gaza. The civilization's been wiped out in Gaza. No, it's going to be a tremendous thing. It's fronting on the sea. It's going to be a great economic development job. It's going to put people to work, a lot of people to work. And those people are all going to be from the Middle East.
And just to follow up with one on that for King Abdullah, can you clarify again, sir, how do you feel about the U.S. taking Gaza, as the president said?
Well, again, this is something that we, as Arabs, will be coming to the United States with something that we're going to talk about later to discuss all these options.
And Mr. President, take it under what authority? It is sovereign territory.
Y'all see how little buddy over there blinking and stuttering and shit? He know better than that. He know that's a bad move to make. He know that. That's why he blinking and looking crazy over there. He's like, man, are you crazy? See, look, let me talk to y'all that really don't understand how those terrorist networks operate. Those are not just your average terrorists running around like these little 3-2 Tonys over here, okay? These are Islamic terrorists. They are religiously inspired. You hear me? Let me tell you something. The worst enemy to have to fight is one that doesn't have anything to lose and that's not afraid to die. You understand? Look, because you can't demoralize them. If you kill them, they think that's a reward. Now you go and take a place that's sacred to them, and you just imagine how that's going to inspire them to fight. So whoever's advising him to do that, he's sitting over here, man, him and Netanyahu, like, yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to take it over. We'll let you, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to let the Israelis come on in, and they're going to agree to set up an American military base up there so they can control the Suez Canal. Now, I know that's the deal they made. I'm not stupid. I understand how that works. I've seen this stuff go on for years and years, and I understand how military science works and how these different governments interact with each other on the world stage over these trade routes and things. That's exactly what they're going to do, man. And when you do it, I'm going to tell you, that area right there, boy, they will see no peace. I'm telling you, they will see no peace. Because, see, it sounds like the way Trump was talking about when he talking about developing it. They call themselves trying to build up some type of little resort or whatever, and you don't let them people back on their land. And then even if you do, Even if you do let them back over there, you got an American military base over there. Then you done let Israelis move in during the time because it's going to take some years to build all that up. You think they're going to want to be in there sandwiched between them people like that? Man, dude, you have to be out of your fucking mind. This was a horrible idea. Whoever advised him of this, nah, man, that's not smart. See, this is where that white supremacist mindset of like, I'm going to take your stuff. This is what got them in trouble on the world stage as is. Regarding how a lot of nations look at them in the modern era. A lot of nations are tired of the UK and the US bullying everybody like that. So I'm just saying, man, it's just not wise. Let it continue.
The U.S. authority.
And Mr. President, would you seek to personally develop property in Gaza after this happens?
No, I've had a great career in real estate.
Mr. President, your team.
You know, when you've done what I've done in the last number of years, including the 4 years that we should have been doing something else, frankly, because people see that now for sure. But when you've done what I've done, you can just do more good for people when you're president. When you're president, we can do things. This is all things that should have been done, but actually things that shouldn't have had to be done. Gaza, absolutely, it would have been so great if the Biden administration would have started this. But actually, in all fairness to them, they should have never let it happen. It did happen. And because of the fact that they let this happen, this catastrophe of October 7th, something like this becomes practical and very real, meaning the development and all of the things that I've talked about with respect to the Gaza Strip. If you didn't have the October 7th catastrophe, and it was a horrible catastrophe, then probably you wouldn't be talking about that. But the only thing I can say is this is going to bring stability and peace to the Middle East. And ultimately, when it's developed, which will be in quite a while from now, because we want to let things calm down. But when it's developed, it's going to bring tremendous numbers of jobs to the Middle East, including the people of your country.
So there you have it, family. Yeah, look, I'm going to say this, man. Trump, you have an opportunity here with these 4 years here, this last term you're going to ever have in office. So if you just stay out of other people's business and just focus on what you've always been saying as your campaign slogan, making America great again. If you just focus on that, you got the chance to turn things around to the point where you can be remembered as one of the greatest presidents to your people anyway in American history. All right. Now, you want to be remembered that way by a foundational Black American freedman, cut that check for our reparations and pass this anti-Black hate crime bill. Okay, then we'll be like, hey, don't you say nothing bad about President Trump. Okay, if you want my people to look at you that way. But as far as just your people looking at you as going down there in history as one of the greatest presidents, if you just focus on getting these illegal aliens out of here as many as you can, because you can't get them all out of here in 4 years, thanks to Biden, but get as many as you can out. Focus on making sanctuary cities illegal under federal law that supersedes state law. We're like, nope, you can't have sanctuary cities nowhere. Black folks don't have no sanctuary cities. Okay, we'll let illegal aliens come over here and have them. If you focus on getting this economy back on track, you know what I'm saying? And focus on just building up America where the point where it's like we have manufacturing over here where we're not dependent on people overseas, etc. You could go down in history as one of the greatest presidents ever to your people. But this meddling in the affairs of that particular situation, now the Ukraine thing, yeah, him and Putin, they're going to work that out. I think that's going to be taken care of. That's the one thing that I can see him doing overseas. I'm like, okay, yeah, him and Putin do have an understanding with each other. Because see, the reason, like, I will give him credit for this. The reason why the whole thing happened with Ukraine and Russia is because nobody respected Joe Biden. He's a senile old bastard, man. Yeah, they laughed at him on the world stage. They did all kinds of stuff on the world stage during the Biden presidency. Like, man, sit down. You Sleepy Joe, go eat you some ice cream. Okay, especially Xi Jinping. He making a fool out of his ass. Now that Trump was in, look, before Trump got in there, they were like, oh, shit, he actually won the election? Because they thought it was going to be playtime when Kamami got in there. Let me tell you something, man. We'd have been in World War III had that bitch got in office. Yes, I said bitch, because that's what she is. All that damn cackling with her airhead ass. Yeah, but man, when Trump got in there, everybody started getting some act right, man. So, you know, like I said, he needs to just leave the Israel-Palestine thing alone. Stop jumping every time Israel say something. Because to be honest with you, before we close out, I'm going to tell you something else I want to see. Those need to go through them books and see how much of our taxpayer dollars going over to fucking Israel. Nah, man. We don't need to be funding them like that. They've been getting, man, billions of our taxpayer dollars for years to form up that military they got over there. Nah, you got beef with the Palestinians, you handle that by yourself, man. That we don't have nothing to do with that. But I digress. Time will tell. Like I said, y'all just keep in mind everything I said regarding that situation. That's the one major thing that I would advise everybody to keep an eye on as far as what are you talking about doing. I'm hoping that something happens where that doesn't have to occur, because if it does, man, that's what I'm going to tell you. We're going to have some different instructions for our people then. Or I definitely will, because there's going to be some precautions that's going to need to be taken if he decides to do that, okay? But anyway, family, salute to everybody that came over here. Salute to everybody that contributed to the broadcast tonight. We will definitely be holding that egg space on that topic that I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the program, okay? That definitely get some things straight, so you all may want to join us and chime in for that. I will put a link to it over on Patreon a little bit after this broadcast, so be looking for that over there, and I'll make it available to the public a couple of days later here, okay? So anyway, family, remember, we are a great and mighty people. All right. Remember to put ourselves first, because you can't help anybody unless you help yourself as a lineage first. And then everything else after that is possibly negotiable. Salute to you, Black First, and I will see you all in future content.